Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoa, whoa! That was a spirited one. Another glorious day here in the arena. What's up? How everybody feeling? I see y'all streaming all weekend. No days off.
All right.
Paintballing.
Ouch.
Taking shots off the back.
Ouch.
No Diddy. No Diddy. But this is Gil's Arena presented by Underdog. Whoop, whoop. Whoop. As always, we got the legend Gilbert Arenas here with us. We got the distinguished gentleman from Oak Cliff, former #1 pick Kenyon Martin, back in the arena with us. And representing Tough Crowd University and the Gil's Arena group chat, we got Mr. B, Brandon Jennings, here with us. Been spicy in the group chat.
So you really like came on his turf and had a paintball fight with him. Paintball gun fight, like y'all really let on his turf.
Yeah, we didn't know that was part of the game. We just found out.
So they let you see that? See.
So like, then
I'm glad y'all invited me because I would have showed y'all would have told me where it was. I'd be like, I'm not fucking playing at his house. Yeah. That's a fucking advantage.
Yeah, like we didn't even know. They just was like, yo, we gonna play Call of Duty, and then whoever loses got to go upstairs and good luck. So
whoever loses got to go upstairs and good luck.
Yeah, nah, we not.
Nobody told him ass up, face down.
I don't know where you at. I'm coming out. I don't know.
He has an advantage. I knew where he was going from the beginning. Before y'all said he knew where he was going to be hiding. But that's like somebody coming to my house, like dude.
Right.
Like somebody breaking your house.
Right.
You know where to go, where you going. No, not a chance, no.
Yeah,
not on his home turf.
Caroline, like, all right, yeah, 3, 2, go.
Last but not least on this couch, a woman who needs no introduction, 4-time WNBA champion of the world. We're representing Tough Crowd as well. We got Sheryl Swoopes back in the arena. Swoopes. Oh, see?
Oh, that's
I just came up with it on the spot.
good. You like that?
Swoopes.
That's good.
We have to do that every time. How you doing, Sheryl?
You're welcome.
How am I doing?
Yes.
I'm wonderful. Do you want to know why?
Why are you wonderful?
I'm back here.
Oh, we'll see. We are wonderful.
Coco Gauff one.
Ready to get in trouble, huh?
Yeah, always. I know when I come on this show, I know what it means.
There's going to be some spirited basketball discussion, elevated.
No, and Coco Gauff won.
Okay, she did.
Yeah.
What about her opponent? Dry hating. She didn't beat me. I beat myself.
Cool.
72 errors.
Cool.
Well, play better then.
Cool. It
all
goes down the same
Just
way.
take the L.
Right?
It don't matter.
Just move.
Say whatever you want to say.
Force,
Just take
whatever
that L.
you decide, however you want to say it happened, right? Guess what? It don't change that L. So, cool.
You are still a loser.
Cool.
Take that L.
Right?
Yeah, that was
Do what you want to
disappointing.
take it. Just take
That's
it.
all.
Like
Yeah.
I agree.
So she didn't force her to make those errors?
No,
Isn't
some
how
of them
that works?
would be unforced. No, if you watch certain matches, some of them would be really unforced. Like you just hit the ball into the net.
Yeah.
So what is she saying? She's trash?
No, she's not saying that, but she just.
She
said
had some unforced errors.
I get it.
But
I'm just
Coco
saying, but I've watched.
Gauff
Yeah, she's
whooped that
really good.
What is unforcing?
That L.
Like when it's an easy
Like
shot,
a double
right?
fault or something. Right?
Yeah,
That's an
like when you're
unforced
trying
error.
to serve
I'm just
like
saying.
that, or you trying to just simple
But she was like, it was
pop and you hit
windy.
the bitch into the net. Like I didn't make
was
you
windy for
run to
both people,
backhand
though.
it.
My knees were
no shit
ashy.
like they was just a regular serve and volley and you didn't hit the bitch into the net. Like
Yeah.
that's not big.
So like
if it-
fast
if
break
it
layup
was
and you
windy-
missed the dunk?
Yeah.
Or you hit it out of bounds and shit, right? You hit it
If it
long.
was windy for you, it was windy for Coco too, though.
So it's
right?
Facts.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, congratulations,
Let's go,
Coco.
Coco.
absolutely. And I'm not making
Yeah.
excuses for it. I'm just saying that's what they try to.
Fact.
That's what they are. But no, she got her ass whooped. Hold that.
72 of them, so do better.
Son,
Shit.
She was ranked #1, wasn't she?
I mean,
was.
shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah.
But for all the fans out there, we still got 2 viewing options for you, our traditional version, mobile, vertical version. Pick whichever one you want to watch. Just make sure you support the show. Here's what's cracking in the arena today. The Thunder bounced back from Hallie and the Pacers' home court theft in Game 1 to even the series in Game 2. What adjustments does Indiana need to make to stay competitive in this series? It's 1-1, but it feels like the Thunder got all the momentum. But we're going back to Indy. We'll see what's cracking. So LeBron addressed all the critics that say he has no bag. But is he spitting or tripping? And Allen Iverson celebrated his 50th birthday this weekend. So we got to give the answer his flowers. But before we get into all that, as always, the show is brought to you by Underdog. Go ahead, download the app, use promo code GIL. Get up to $1,000 in bonus cash, plus a special pick'em. As for tonight, there is no finals games, but we got some WNBA action And Gil has some picks up in his partner pack on the Underdog app. Let's take a look if we can.
Let me see what you
You got Kelsey Plum higher, 2.5 3-pointers made.
Easy.
De'Erica Hamby higher, 14.5 points. And Kayla Thornton higher, 5.5 rebounds. If you use this partner pack, you can win nearly 4 times your bread. Sheryl, how are you feeling about Gil's partner pack? Easy?
Yeah. That's easy.
Easy work.
Facts.
Shout out to the Valkyries. They're looking real good out here. Smack the A. Shout out to Natalie and Costa. We went to UCLA together. That's the homie.
Yeah, they whooped them real good. Kayla Thornton may be like one of the most underrated players in the WNBA. So 5.5 rebounds, that's easy. Kelsey Plum, that's easy. De'Erica should be easy, but we'll see. That's the only one I got a small question mark beside.
All right, well, we asked the chat if they are riding or fading with your picks, Gil. 66% of the chat is riding with these picks.
Yeah.
They believe in you. And if you believe in Gil as well, go to Underdog, use this partner pack. If you don't have Underdog, download the app, use promo code Gil, get up to $1,000 of bonus cash, plus a special pick 'em. And if you can't watch the show live with us on YouTube, we have audio versions available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast from. All right, so we're going to start this one with a little Wemby talk. Victor Wembanyama was in the midst of winning Defensive Player of the Year, likely making an All-NBA team before his sophomore season was cut short by a blood clot in his shoulder. Wemby's expected to make a full recovery in time for the start of next season. But the Spurs big man is spending a portion of his offseason getting his mind right by going on a quest for enlightenment. Let's take a look. You see it. These images recently emerged of Wemby rocking a shaved head while embarking on a 10-day Shaolin Temple retreat in Jiangsu, China. Retreat includes meditative silence, learning kung fu routines, practicing deep breathing exercises, and dining in silence. So 21 years old, Wemby has showed maturity far beyond his age and embraced being more than just a hooper. Dining in silence, don't say nothing.
Godzilla. That's gonna always be. It's just gonna always be funny when there's a black man in China. It's just funny.
It's always gonna be funny when there's a black man in China.
It's just that's tall. It's just from when he was little. You know what I mean?
So what do y'all think about Wemby spending his offseason training with Shaolin monks? You rolling with it?
Yeah, that's what he chose to do, man. If you feel he's making himself better, mentally, physically, spiritually, then you got to roll with it. You can't question somebody that's doing something for themselves, right?
Yeah.
So
It can
shout
only
out to
benefit.
him, man, for trying something different that he hasn't before, or I don't want to know if he has. We don't know, but cool.
Would you do a 10-day retreat with Shaolin monks?
Why not?
You would?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, I got great news for you, Kenyon. Underdog has actually decided to front the bill. We're going to send you to China. You will spend 10 days in meditative silence.
Well, you got to run that up. Listen, you got to run that up with the missus. Fuck what y'all signed me up for. Y'all got to talk to her.
Wait, we are bringing her to.
Hey.
We are bringing her to.
You got to talk to her.
Y'all got to spend 10 days with each other. I can't say one word.
And then you got to explain that to the 7-year-old. Right? Dad going where, and I can't talk to him. I can't see him. FaceTime. No, we ain't.
They say Cash can come too.
Okay, yo.
Gil, how long do you think you'd be able to last in meditative silence?
Who, him?
I thought he was doing it right now. That's it.
Who, him? Oh, that shit's impossible.
2, 3, 5 minutes.
Yes.
2, 3.
Like no video
I thought you
games.
were gonna say 2, 3, 5 days.
No.
There's no Netflix
Minute.
or no nothing.
Minute.
Oh, I can sit
can
there.
watch-
You can't silently
watch
watch
it.
Netflix?
You can
I can
watch
sit
it.
there for hours and not say
But you have to
nothing.
do something.
But I got to do something. I just
You gotta
can't
have
be looking
something
at
to
shit.
do.
Yeah.
Like, don't put me in a hole. No. I don't want to enter the dragon.
Wow.
So, Sheryl, what do you think about Wemby taking time in his offseason, only 21 years old, obviously looking to bounce back from that season-ending blood clot in his shoulder, training with Shaolin monks in the heart of China. Big trouble in big China.
Like that. No, right. I mean, to each his own. Why are you laughing?
Each is, but do you think that would be something you would be able to do?
No.
Okay.
Like, I'm not knocking it, but it's not for me.
I enjoy the quiet. Like, I
I enjoy the quiet, but I don't have to do that to enjoy it.
understand, but could you? You don't think you could?
No.
A couple days?
A couple of days, yeah.
Like, what do you do? Just sit there?
No, they pray and they say they.
For a couple days,
certain
yeah.
things.
Get enlightened.
This is
you
10
learn
days, you
Kung Fu
said?
too. So
Somebody's talking. It ain't just.
No.
Are they talking the Kung Fu?
Oh, I mean, as long as there's movement.
yeah,
Yeah, look.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
yeah, all that. Yeah, yeah, all
What
that.
are those movies? And then the voice comes
Yeah,
on.
then the voice comes in.
What are you doing?
And the voice comes in and says,
Yeah.
"Finish him."
No, I couldn't.
That's the only thing they can
Do
say.
it. Do it. The guy.
But Mr. Big, in all sincerity, you see Wemby out here doing this. Wemby, a different type of dude, plays chess. Said his goal is to be the best human being possible. So when you see him taking these steps, obviously focus on the physical, but also the mental side of the game.
Yeah, and I think where the world is right now with social media, you know, I don't see nothing wrong with him, you know, taking some time off from the world, just to get your mental right and, you know, get ready for the, you know, next season and things like that. So, like Kenyon said, I like it. It's about growth and it's about, you know, spiritually and things like that. So, good for him, man. At 21.
What do you think Aaron Rodgers
21,
did a
that's
couple
what's
years
impressive.
ago?
Oh, he went on the
'Cause he's young.
like the ayahuasca joint.
Yeah, that's. I know Sebastian probably would know, but yeah.
Sebastian honestly would know.
No, I don't have to do it.
But yeah, so.
21 years
But yeah,
old.
no, it's things of that nature, right?
Sat in silence.
Some people go hiking. Some people.
Some people, yeah.
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 I mean, it's to improve, you know, himself, the game, you know, his profession, right? Understanding discipline for the most part, you know, especially at that age, because I know most of his peers, and 98% of his peers they're not at the.
They looking for the day party.
Yeah, they're not at the temple, right?
Oh, they had a temple.
They're at
Alright.
the temple, man.
Not that one.
This comes with them spending dollars, slapping ass.
Shit, they ain't that temple.
Another way to enlightenment. Another path. There are several paths to enlightenment.
So,
Some are at the Shea Club.
That's amazing discipline for that age.
So, Kenyon, like you mentioned, 2023, Aaron Rodgers went on a 4-day, 4-night darkness retreat,
Yeah. Yeah, so it's shit like that people.
spending time in a dark, silent room with no light, sound, or distractions, allowing for self-reflection and contemplation.
Yeah, that's what solitary confinement is in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
another way. That is another type of darkness.
Yeah, and that seems to go way left.
Absolutely, every time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be worse when you let me out.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, you talk to some niggas that's been in there.
Yeah.
They gonna be, I'm gonna be worse when you let me out this bitch, because you been had me in here for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Feeding me through a slot like an animal.
Yeah.
All right, but let's shift this over to the Spurs. Spurs have a solid core: Wemby, De'Aaron Fox, Rick of the Year, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, to name a few, along with the 2nd and 14th picks in a loaded 2025 draft. There are reports they could be in the market for another superstar, with names like KD and Giannis being mentioned as potential options. The KD rumors are starting to pick up a lot of steam. But even without that, what's the Spurs ceiling with a healthy Wemby next season? Wemby in his 3rd year, obviously the 2nd season cut short.
Is Chris Paul a free agent?
He is.
I would like, if without Chris Paul, it's still going with the where it's gonna be, but I would like Chris Paul another, because he's a facilitator, man, and it makes his job easier, learning the game and having somebody like that voice there. And if you can add a Kevin Durant to that fray, then having Chris Paul really doesn't matter. I'm just saying, then you can get anybody to fill that role because you have that voice and that person there with KD. But no, but Wemby's gonna be him, man. He's superstar in the making. Everything is there lined up, on the floor, off the floor. So, fashion, from his game to the things he's doing now, and so.
Spurs also have some wiggle room with the salary cap. I think they got like $143 million committed.
Damn.
Yeah, that's not, but they got.
They play.
No, I'm saying they got a lot to play with.
yeah,
No, they got.
yeah.
Listen, they can go do whatever they. I'm not saying mean they got.
Yeah, for sure.
They got a lot of capital to go play with.
Were they in the playing game? This year?
They were.
They just missed it. Oh,
No, they weren't. Not in the playoffs.
But no, like Kenyon said, if they're healthy, for sure, their ceiling is high. Playoffs, for sure. You got a bunch of young talent in there. You know, if you can get KD though, yeah.
Yeah, Spurs were 34-48 last season, finished 13th in the West, but built upon the previous. I think they won
38.
22 games a year before, so 34 and 48.
But that's because
Said
Wemby
Katie
was
for the
out.
Spurs?
Yep. That's the only reason.
Yeah, he missed a lot of time.
I think they've been playing. I mean, they won 38,
34.
34.
So we feel like
48 gets them, was it 48 gets them in a playing game?
so playing game, all we would have needed was 39 wins. Mavs were 39
Another
to 40.
5 wins.
Another 5 wins.
Another
Yeah.
6
Oh yeah, they're
wins.
getting in for sure.
Yeah,
We feel like this is a playoff team.
And they get a top 3 pick?
Number 2 and number 14.
2 and 14.
2 and 4, they can package that or keep it. They got
Keep
young
it, go
pieces.
get some pieces. So this is, like I
Cassell's
said
gonna
the
be
other
back
day,
next year. De'Aaron Fox is going to be.
he has another year with him. They got
Yeah.
another year to play together. I forgot. You know what? I take that back. They don't need Chris Paul.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, they got Castle and Fox.
And all season.
Playing all season. They got Wemby back healthy. Harrison Barnes. What is he a free agent?
Vasco.
He's around.
Cool.
Devin Vassell.
Vassell.
So they got.
Sohan's still there.
And so the thing about it now, like I explained, in the draft now, the way the way NIL has laid the landscape of it is out, you can go get a guy that's ready to play right now. You can go get you a 25-year-old, 24-year-old. I'm saying you can,
No, those are the ones that stand in college.
but you if
No,
it's something,
no, what I'm saying is
it's something that's gonna be can't stay no more.
But that's what I'm saying.
You didn't tap that shit.
No, this is last. No, this is last year. Them the
No,
ones
I think it already ended a year
it's-
ago.
it's a-
Nigga, we got a 27-year-old on our team.
But yeah, that's on y'all team.
But they've been.
Yeah, but that's if all the people that's being
probably
paid
ain't
are
tapped his eligibility yet. There's some dudes that didn't tap their eligibility already. They
27 in
ain't,
college.
they ain't got no more. That's what I'm saying. They can go get one of them dudes that's ready to play right now. That's what
We got a
some dude that didn't tap it
27-year-old.
already.
27 in college.
Certain dudes gonna stay absolutely, but you gonna get somebody that's ready to play right now where you won't miss a beat. That's learn fast, able to pick up more different systems because he's been in fucking 5 different systems for the last 5 years. He didn't have to learn under different coaches, and he's ready to play right now. So that's the beauty of having the 2nd and the 14th pick. Or you can package the motherfuckers up and go.
But
get
There's
Kevin Durant.
no. I don't even know if there's any.
Or you go get your Kevin Durant.
There's no juniors that's in the top 20 right now in that pre-draft.
Let me see the mock drafts. I got to pull it up right
the
here.
Ju-
Just like they pick 89, dog.
Yeah, them
Nobody
June-
expect them to pick 89 last year.
Yeah, it's a lot of freshmen.
There's a lot of them juniors.
You wanted to. It's always
Like a
one or two
junior
out there.
sitting back because the junior can get $4 or $5 million now.
I dig it. Some of them, not all of them.
Yeah, I'm-
Some of them.
Nah, if
I've
you
seen them play.
motherfuckers averaging 8, I'm $3 million. Niggas like, I'll take you over a freshman. Like,
Yeah, they will take you over a freshman out of here.
That's a lot of money.
That's why
Yeah, a lot
freshmen
of
get.
money.
That's why a lot of freshmen getting the fuck out of college.
Yeah.
They like
23, 24.
man,
looking at
you don't know.
CBS mock draft, the
Exactly.
first
So why would
junior
you
and
leave?
seniors
Yeah.
got to like the 15th, 16th pick.
which is cool.
Yeah, but
They got 14.
but yeah, they can get young and get a with that 14 pick. Yeah,
Yeah, they can do both, or they can trade, or they can package them up and trade them,
Yeah.
and go get you.
they could be like they can be like Houston and make a big jump.
Yeah, go get you an easy money sniper.
But it all matters about.
or do you even need that superstar?
No, I'm
just
just
some
saying,
more savvy vets on
To
that
make the
roster.
playoffs, I think just a healthy
Easy
Wemby,
money.
a healthy Wemby in his
gets-
3rd year,
gets
I
them-
think they can make the playoffs.
A healthy Wemby makes a big difference.
Absolutely makes a big
Well,
difference.
that's-
On
They make the
both sides.
playoffs for sure.
You had
Without
Kevin
question.
Durant.
You add an efficient player like that to that fray where he doesn't like, so you can add him and it doesn't change what you do offensively.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect the pieces around him because he's so efficient, right? So you just add him and
With a
plug and
Wemby,
play.
a Kevin Durant,
He's like the perfect fit,
healthy
too.
De'Aaron
Anybody.
Fox.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, to anything.
That's
Any
a nice
team,
squad.
he's the
That's a scary
perfect.
squad.
Yeah, like you know you're gonna get that
Yeah,
27.
with
guy.
Yeah,
KD.
Yeah.
he's the perfect any basketball team. Because he's going to go out there motherfucker and go 11 for 15 and it's just
And it looked good
Right.
too.
So like we mentioned, Wemby last season front runner to win Defensive Player of the Year before injury. Obviously has to hit that 65 game minimum to be eligible. We feel like if Wemby plays 65 or more games next season, he's a lock to win Defensive Player of the Year.
He was a lock to win it this year, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
But defense getting better, yeah.
His defense is getting better
trust.
because he's getting older.
And he
Now he out there learning some kung fu shit too. Oh my god!
So by year 3, the game is slow. It's going to be it's slowing all the way down for him, man, because he's played a lot of basketball up to this point. It's slowing down for him. So they've been doing it the right way. And they're going to put more on his plate offensively. They're going to put more on his responsibility defensively. So
So I want to talk about that because we talk a lot about the game slowing down, but for all y'all,
Like remember, as a rookie, basketball player said he won. As a rookie, that's how great his defense was. For his peers, you'd be like, "Yeah, you won that one, dog." And then sophomore year, he's leading, so you already can tell just the defensive side, he's gonna be a monster.
Yeah, because he can get his reaction time and he get the shots that can't nobody get to. Like that's with the wingspan and his reaction time and understanding the game. So it's like me figuring college basketball out by my senior year, right? Like, I wish motherfucker would come in there. Like anywhere around this motherfucker, like y'all looking for me. Like people search. So when you get in this, now this is the biggest stage. They searching for him because he's a problem out there, man. You get around that rim, you looking for him. He changes the way teams attack the rim, the way your offenses play. Like he affects all of that because he's able to cover so much ground and he's so active. So
So something for all y'all on the couch. Can you talk about the game slowing down as the season goes? But what does that really mean for you? Just seeing things easier, understanding better, understanding how to kind of manipulate the game.
All of that you said. All of that you said. Dissecting the play before it happens. Right? Knowing movements and certain actions and seeing it beforehand and you disrupting it before it happens and like getting steal, like they trying to throw a flare, you seeing a guy going to set the screen instead of you calling the flare, you go for the steal. It's shit like that, right? When you start understanding guys' tendencies that you've played against multiple times. Like, so it's that like him playing against Joel Embiid again. Like Joel won't like, it's shit like that. Well, okay, he does this move, he gonna pump fake. I went for it last time, so I know now he's gonna move this way. I can cut him off, and I can still get to his shot. So it's little things like that that you pick up along the way that slows down for you. Because your rookie year, you're a deer in headlights. Right? You're out there, motherfucker. You going for every pump fake. You want to be you eager to do. You jumping around your movements and all that. So people take advantage of that. So now that won't be a part of it.
And Sheryl, how about yourself? When do you feel like the game slowed down for you? Was it college? Obviously, you were a little bit older when you got to WNBA, but...
I don't think it was college. I think for me, it probably was not at the end of my career, but halfway. And not just on the defensive end, to Kenyon's point. I think for me, it was more... like offensively also, because when you're a rookie and you're younger, like you just going. You have no fear, you're trying to get to the basket every opportunity. And for me, when the game started slowing down, like even though my body was like, you can't do some of the things you used to do when you were younger. In my mind, I was like, yeah, you can, girl, just go try it. But you understand that what you're able to do as you get older and the game starts slowing down, you have to be able to, instead of attacking every time, you got pull-up jumpers and just your mentality, like your mindset is very different when the game slows down to you and you see it from a lot of, God bless you, you see it from a lot of different perspectives instead of just one, which is I'm just trying to get to the basket and score every time.
And then, Gil, how about yourself? When did that game finally slow down for you? You felt like you were unstoppable?
Probably 2006, 7. Like right before I got injured, I remember my high school coach hit me and said, "It looks like you're starting to get bored out there, and you're about to start doing some extra stuff on your shot." Right? Like you can tell like a player who's figured it out. Right, just the basics became so easy. They start doing pump fake, a 360, wait till two people. Like when they start doing that to challenge themselves, I can score on you, but I'm gonna wait for the double to come. Then I'm gonna do the same move. Right. So when you start watching, when you get to a certain level, you done seen the same person 12 to 16 times. Right. So you start to understand the mannerisms. You start looking at the what's the name sheet, the scouting report, right? You don't know he likes to go left, right? The first time you seen he likes to go left, you didn't understand it. He done blew past your ass 3 games doing the same move. Then eventually start picking up on people's habits, understanding like, all right, I done seen this play 1,000 times, right? They started off, they're going to fake throw it this way, and then they're coming back door. So instead of you running with your man, you just stay right here. All right, I got that steal. So, over time, understanding the game, understanding the nuances, understanding the refs, right? and understand how to adjust your game to how different refs ref. Instead of cussing their asses out each day because they done fucked up, you start understanding their pattern. Okay, he likes 80s basketball. He likes fast pace. He likes close games. So you start understanding, once you start understanding all of it.
Doesn't like me.
Yeah, he doesn't like me.
He does not like me.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, right?
No. Yeah.
And you know, so you don't get your emotions into the game because you understand all of the elements of it. You become a master of the game itself.
Cool. So Wemby averaged 3.8 blocks per game last season, led the league, was the most since Alonzo Mourning averaged 3.9 blocks per game back in 1999. So we asked the chat 2 polls. Cast member most likely to go on a Shaolin retreat. Kenyon led the pack with 39% of the chat vote, followed by Mr. B with 38%. Gil, you got 15%. Sheryl gave you 6%, but I think it's because you said you're not really about that Shaolin monk retreat life.
I like to just get in my closet and pray and fast. That's my
Okay.
Yeah, so
It's sage.
yeah, I dig it.
Yeah, sage.
Yeah, so it was a play like, I think it was 03 D-Wade in them rookie year, Bron them rookie year, and it was a play for game. They ran a pitch back. It was a double. I'm supposed to be guarding the double over on the left side of the court, and I know they ain't running the play for dude coming off the double, man. D-Wade took it out, he getting the hand back, and I went and grabbed the shit out the air for game.
Yep.
Grabbed the shit off the backboard. I'm like, why wouldn't you guard? Like, I saw this before, man. Like, they not running that play for him over there, man. So that's the shit Wemby gonna be, like, he's just gonna be disrupting shit.
So we asked the chat, is Wemby a lock for Defensive Player of the Year next season if he meets the game's minimum? 80% of the chat says yes.
It should be 100. I'm sorry, chat, but
That's fucking up to
the fact that he did come in, he came in first last year,
And got hurt.
first this year. Literally, if he's not in the game and he don't have 65, I don't see how he doesn't win it moving forward for the next 10 years.
Damn.
They're gonna have to just be like, yo, hey, listen, let's just vote against this
next
nigga.
10?
Yeah, let's just vote against him because at this point, this doesn't even make sense. Like, you win Defensive Player of the Year 8, 9, 10 times straight because he's gonna have the blocks, he's gonna have the rebounds, he's gonna deflect shit.
Yep.
Like, I mean, it's just the game itself.
And we will see if he has the bald head or if he grows some hair back after his 10-day retreat. But let's keep this moving. We'd like to thank Cash App for sponsoring today's podcast. Download the Cash App today and use promo code ARENAS to let them know we sent you. Making money move should be easy, and that's why there's Cash App. It's fast, safe, and honestly just way more personalized than other apps out there. No extra hoops to jump through, no extra stress. All the tools are right there to help you cash in. Plus, sending money with Cash App actually feels safe. They look out for you. If something seems sketchy or they see you might be sending money to a potential scammer, they'll warn you and make you think twice before you hit send. It's like having a personal bodyguard for your cash. You can even spice up your payments with custom text, stamps, and backgrounds. For a limited time only, new Cash App users can use our exclusive code to earn some additional cash. For real, there's no catch. Just download Cash App and sign up. Use our exclusive referral code ARENAS in your profile. Send $5 to a friend within 14 days, and you'll get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App. All right, so part 2 of the Mind the Game podcast interview with Luka Doncic dropped on Sunday with Slovenian Jesus talking all things hoop with Bron and Steve Nash. That's his name, not mine. That's the nickname they gave him.
That's a great nickname.
Slovenian Jesus. The Jesus of Slovenia. The trio discussed American hoopers' fascination with having a bag, and LeBron offered these thoughts on the subject while addressing everyone who says that he doesn't have one.
The game is won on making fundamental plays, not your bag, right? I know they don't talk about that in Europe when you're growing up.
Yeah,
right?
no, I never heard the thing bag since until I came to the NBA.
Right. And when I was growing up, it wasn't talked about it. Like the least amount of dribbles to get where you need to get to was when I grew up watching.
Efficiency.
Michael Jordan wasn't out there dribbling 1,000 times, to get to the spot. He'd get to a spot and raise. Isaiah Thomas, as great of a handle Isaiah Thomas had, Isaiah get to a spot and raise. All these guys that I grew up, Grant Hill, get to a spot. I'm bigger than you.
Straight line.
Big Dog Robinson, I'm bigger than you. Allen Houston, all these great players, that I grew up watching and admiring. Penny Hardaway, yes, they could dribble the basketball, but it's no Tracy McGrady. Even as great as Tracy's handle was, it was, I'm bigger than you. I'm gonna get to the spot and at least amount of dribbles. Kevin Garnett, You know, it's
Good footwork, get
just
up over
good
top.
footwork, get over the top. If I'm a bigger than you and I get you on my shoulder, I get you on my hip, I'm gonna use my size. You know, I see it all the time. It's like, you know, I'll be on social media, it's like LeBron has no bag. It's like, I'm sitting over here with
What is that?
LeBron has no bag, and I'm sitting like at 50 billion points.
Right. Leading
With
scorer
no-
of all time in the NBA, no bag.
Not quite 50 billion, Bron, but we get where you were trying to
50
say.
billion
So as
points.
mentioned, LeBron holds the NBA career regular season playoff records for most points, averaging 27 points per game through his 22 seasons in the league, which is 8th all time. So we heard King James thoughts on the subject, but now I need to hear from our expert panel. Mr. B, we'll start with you. You had a very elaborate bag in your heyday. Does LeBron have a bag?
Does he have a bag? I just think what he said is true. Like, he just gets to where he got to get to. So that's his bag. You know, I'm gonna make the game as easy as I can, and I think that's why he has over 50,000 points, because he got to his 50 billion points. It's because he got to his bag and he got to the things that work for him. So it might not be flashy, it might not be all over the place, but his bag works for him and for what he's able to be great at.
So Kane, I'm gonna ask you, our defensive expert here on the show. Does LeBron have a bag?
It's just, to his point, he does what he does. It doesn't need to be 17 dribbles to go take this step back. Like, it doesn't have to be. So to his point, like, yeah, it's good enough to get where he needs to get to and get the job done. So I'm gonna say, yeah, I agree with him, and he doesn't. Shit overrated, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I agree with him. It is really overrated. Like, a lot of dudes that do all that shit shoot low percentages. Dude that dribble that motherfucker a lot shoot low percentages, dog. Just look at history. If you dribbling the shit out of you gonna shoot low percentage. Like, just what it is. So, but so yeah, doesn't need it, and he's an all-time leading scorer in regular season basketball, playoff basketball. So the ball go through the basket. That's all that fucking matters.
Period.
That's all that matters. No, seriously.
So you don't need a Birkin bag. You can have.
Put the ball in the rim.
Put that motherfucker
It is
in a
not-
grocery bag. It don't
But a grocery
long
bag
as
still,
you
still
get that
can hold
motherfucker
content.
from point A to point B. That's all that matters. Damn what the bag look like.
Do you agree with that sentiment?
I do. I agree with everything LeBron said. I think social media has a lot to do with, like, players today, that they do stuff that they don't really have to do. Like, you can make one move and get by your defender, and because you beat your defender instead of taking a shot, you're gonna sit there and dribble, or pull it back out because you want to show that you got a bag. Like, what LeBron does is very efficient. It gets the job done. I love me a nice Birkin, by the way, but you ain't got to have one.
You don't. You can
Give me a.
get the fake one. It look real from
works.
a difference.
It
It's from
still
a
works.
distance. It look real.
Still work.
The zippers are a little janky, but nonetheless, still gets the job done.
Get stuck on the inside.
Ain't nobody gonna question it coming from you. You can carry a fake one. Ain't nobody gonna question it. Just not. Ain't nobody know.
I've been watching a lot of Chinese TikToks, and they've been breaking down how the
know.
bags are made. Oh, we
I
can
know.
get
I've
it
been
to you for
watching that.
much
I've been
lower.
watching that too.
No tariff.
They on a.
We got the same shit over here. No tariff.
No tariff.
No tariff.
That's
Get it to you in 7 days.
what I'm waiting. That's why my shit stuck.
At the
They
back.
charge 40,000. We can make it
Shit
for
over there
1,800.
They selling
I know
out
it
the front
is.
door. Hey,
You get
they want out the
receipt,
front door.
you
We
say
selling
you
out the
owe
back door.
$17,000
Yes.
because of tariffs.
So, Gil, you hear what LeBron say about the whole bag talk? It seems like a more modern thing that's been added, but American Hooper's fascination, quote unquote, having a bag.
No, listen, he doesn't have a bag.
Bron does not have a bag.
No. No great has a bag. Did Kareem have a bag? Like, you know what a bag is? Okay, so this era says bag. Our era, a sports center player. He's the oohs and ahs guy. He's just there to try to get somebody to say, ooh, you know, was it the dollar move, 10-cent finish, that nigga, that's the bag today.
Yes.
Where you have some trainer who wasn't good or decent as a player, learned a bunch of moves, and he's giving it to these kids, and these kids is coming down, we're gonna do this, we're gonna pop, we're gonna do the step back, we're gonna hold it, we're gonna fake, we're gonna do the spin.
All of that. But you can't make the shit.
If you are good you're not wasting your time doing that because it's just easier. Like if I'm fast, my dribble is not because I'm going to use my speed. So the faster you are, the less dribbling you have because you just I don't need to sit here and try to cross you. I'm gonna just go by you.
Just right.
If I can jump over you, I don't need no other. I don't need to sit here and do this. It's just what's happening. Meet me at the rim, right? So the more efficient players have less because they don't need all the extra stuff to try to get you to shift left and right and move back to back. The slower you are, the less athletic you are, you need more
all of that
attributes in your game to move people left and right.
You need all that because
Luka needs to move you a little bit more versus Fox.
Just gonna go by.
The chat currently exploited right now. Are you saying that no great has a bag?
Yes. Well,
top four.
Steph does.
Steph
Other than him,
does Kyrie have a bag?
Absolutely has a bag.
Kyrie
Kyrie has a bag.
We're talking about
Kyrie got a bag.
Kyrie has a bag.
Kareem, Magic, Mike, Bird,
Duncan,
them dudes. Like them dudes.
Carmelo,
them the ones he's speaking of. Like
AI
John
have a bag?
Stockton.
AI no.
Did AI have a bag?
No. We were giving AI flowers later in the show, but
He didn't need a bag, right? He had that crossover when he first came in,
And then
right? And then from there, all he used was speed and shiftiness. Most of his dribbles was 1-2 shot, come around, shot, crab dribble, shot. Like he was dip and dive. Like he wasn't
faster than y'all.
He was just faster. He was faster than everybody.
But
I agree.
But so everybody that Bron named, real simple, straight to it. 1-2 dribble, pull up, 1 dribble, pull up, get you off your. It's real simple work. Some dudes like Big Dog, no dribbles, right? It's all footwork, right?
That is
Footwork,
what
pump
trainers
fake.
focus on today.
yeah.
Trainers
Dribble.
because that's how we grew
Step
up. It was
back,
fun.
dribble.
because they're focusing on the highlight move that made it to the reel, right? That this kid is going to get excited about. Like, if I train you and we're saying, all right, 1-2 dribble pull up, 1-2 dribble pull up, this is what we're going to perfect. To them, that's boring. You're a boring trainer. They need to come in here and touch a cone, grab a cone, throw the cone at me, grab it back, throw it around my head, shoot a shot on the one leg. You got to do all that shit for these stupid motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Hey man, this shit ain't working in the game. Duh.
That shit don't work.
Very realistic.
Yo, this is what
It ain't very
I
realistic.
used to go watch KJ.
That shit ain't happening
They do their little warm up, layup package. I like, listen, dog. KJ ain't got to do all that, man. Hey, he get up there, he gonna do one thing with that motherfucker, bruh.
Yeah.
He know what to do with it once he get up there. He not jumping around trying to go out. No, nigga, he finna go up there, motherfucking good luck.
His guard, and that's the
Right.
problem with the trainers sometimes.
Yeah.
Your guard teaching guard shit to very athletic guys. So you're making these very athletic guys play smaller
Yeah, we're not doing that.
than they're supposed to. So instead of like a Giannis using his length and his steps, you got 6'9" doing little shit like this, and then coming in and cuffing it, and then by the time
Running the motherfucker.
The Norm Nixon.
by the time they unravel all this 7'1" wingspan, man, give me that shit.
Facts.
Like,
Facts.
as simple as we can put this, you guys, Carmelo Anthony did all this shit and didn't want to fucking dribble it. So, all footwork. One dribble, two, and he could dribble that motherfucker and didn't want to. Melo could dribble the shit out the ball.
Yeah, Melo.
But didn't want to. If he had to, great. But it's all footwork. He want to get you leaning. So you ain't got to dribble it if you don't
Everybody
score that bitch.
Everybody has a different bag. Like their bag is very different from everybody else's.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
When you hear a name like Kyrie Irving, we would say Kyrie has a very deep bag, maybe the deepest bag in the league right now, but it's functional, right?
Because he's
it's a fundamental
smaller,
bag.
so he needs.
But I'm trying to get somewhere.
He need like himself. They need this extra shit in there because there's giants on the court.
Yeah, they got to be.
So they need.
But even the layup package, Rob, but I need to do this.
I just can't shoot jump shots all day, like, because people like, I got to be able to get to
Pump
that.
fake, I gotta spin. I gotta show you here. I gotta throw it this way. That they need that to their game.
Like all them finishes and shit that Steph and Kyrie both have, man, them floaters and throwing that bitch where the big can't get it, like that's.
They need it.
They need it. because they can't go in that motherfucking and Anthony Edwards that bitch and like they don't have that. Like it's
So is this
like even with Brandon, when Brandon played, Brandon could go in that motherfucker in there, but he was sneaky, go in that motherfucker dunk that bitch like every now. So he had it, but you know if he got to the rim, like the possibility he gonna dunk that bitch.
Trying to hurry up.
Yeah,
Remember that? Remember those?
quick.
Is there a height limit on having a bag like the guys 6'3" and under versus guys like a Paul George KD who also have very deep bags and ability obviously to get to those spots and score?
It's all it all depends on what you're considering a bag. Like when you say, you know, LeBron doesn't have a bag compared to who? Right? Because what happens is when we're trying to compare somebody, that's when someone say they use these words, he's more skilled than him. Like that is an attribute, like that makes you better. Because you're more skilled than me, doesn't mean you're better than me.
Well, isn't putting the ball in the bucket a skill?
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal. Putting the ball
That's the ultimate skill.
So I'm like, you're judging who's good off of how it looked. So his 10 points look good, but he has 40. But that shit's boring. So you're gonna take the 10 looking good.
Over the 40.
Finger roll, nigga, you got 10.
When you say like having a bag is like bad for the game?
Yes.
Because
That is what?
Because it's getting away from like, because when I came up, it was about fundamentals. Like you always heard the great players had great footwork, this and that. But I feel like they putting this so much on having a bag and it's getting away from like how to really play basketball. Like
It's and one. And one had a bag.
Yeah, go
That's
look
it,
at
right?
Kids,
The biggest-
and it's
Yeah.
a lot
very
of dribbling.
extensive bag.
Kids
Everybody
play.
tried to do what they did at AM1.
Yeah.
because like
A lot of
Kawhi
dribbling,
Leonard,
a lot of
like
bad shots.
he don't really have a bag like that.
Who?
But Kawhi Leonard, but he gets to,
Listen, to be great at
Boring and
anything,
effective.
but it's good. Yeah.
you have to perfect the fundamentals first. Right? Simple movement. You got to understand simple movement. So someone like Kyrie, someone like Steph, someone like Harden who has a bag, their fundamental is crazy first. Then they can add to it, right? The slower they get. Like Steph Curry, fundamentals of shooting, coming off screens, his footwork, his foot placement is what he's perfected. Now all this delusional stuff to get this 6'9" dude off me to get my shot off, that's what you're considering the bag.
Yeah.
You guys have the bag, don't have Steph's fundamentals.
But
You're looking at the finishing result, not the beginning of the bag. Like the bag has to be structured for you to hold all this extra shit in it. So treat it just like that. Like I have a bag, everything I put in it, the shit can't be plastic or it's paper and the bottom is wet.
double bag it.
Yeah, you gotta, like James Harden, right? James Harden, but it's all foot. This is all the delusional part of it. Like I'm just fucking with you, and then step back. You know what I mean?
Most definitely. So you talk about somebody like Steph. Steph obviously gets a lot of credit for his ability to shoot long range game, but he finishes at the cup, I would say, just as well. Steph.
Oh yeah.
His ability to get to the bucket, finish at the cup, and for guys that aren't necessarily dunking everything or doing all that stuff.
Like I think
Kyrie,
people
like
look
Steph.
at Kobe and say he has the ultimate bag. It was the fundamentals he had first, right? His fundamentals was perfect. You know what I mean? Like his movements was already solid from youth, right? If you look at the young Kobe, he wasn't doing the same thing that he was doing when he was older. Once he started realizing, perfecting the simple parts of basketball, understanding angles, understanding, all right, he likes to jump on a pump fake, so I'm gonna come, and if I pump fake here, what does this movement look like? What does the human behavior do right here? Right, I'm right-handed. Okay, if he jumps, how do I get the shut off? I can go under, or I can spin back, and that's where that comes in. And then he'll spin, right? And then if I spin, he gets back, and then I can spin back with the fade, right? That's techniques.
So at what point do players stop focusing on all that extra stuff that they do with trainers and get back to doing more of the fundamental stuff?
Only NBA players should be adding to their bag. There shouldn't be youth with bags.
Okay.
But even from an entertainment
Because you're not young enough, you're not old enough to understand all the fundamentals of basketball. Right? You don't understand like you said, you started like
So it's more important.
at the end of our, we're still learning the game, right? We're still learning nuances of the game, right? So if you got a deep bag, you're 15, 16, 17, 18, what does your fundamentals look like? You didn't even have enough time to implement all your fundamentals because while you're a pro, you're still working on those. Like we look at pros right now and say, yeah, he has bad fundamentals. He can't even. Like all these moves you're trying to do, you don't even have the structure to be sound on none of them. You're just using your athleticism to get away with it. And then by the time you start getting older and you don't have athleticism, you never created the fundamentals like DeRozan. All DeRozan's bag is unreal, but he understood it early that I'm super athletic. I'm gonna lose at some point, so let me work on my footwork.
Yeah. Yep.
So, question.
Yep.
So you don't know if he's lost his ability to jump or not because for the last 8-9 years, it's been low-level movements.
Yeah, because the game's been slowing down.
Feel different for men and women? Like your daughter. Do you think your daughter needs to have like a deep bag to play at the next level?
No, it's fundamentals.
More fundamentals than...
More fundamentals, yeah. The structure of just basketball itself. Like to everybody though. Like men can get away with just being athletic, right? I don't know if that works in a W. Because sometimes, when, you're learning your fundamentals so great that you see a unstructured athlete coming in, you're gonna expose all her weaknesses and make her look bad. Right? If someone is just super athletic, don't know the game, okay, she's gonna overrun this, let me pump fake, let me get around and come off the pick and roll, she's gonna go under. Like, you know what I mean? When you're structurally sound and understand the concept of basketball, it's harder to beat with just straight athleticism. And in the NBA, I mean, you motherfucker jump 46 inches off the ground, they don't really give a fuck. They're like, no, we're gonna draft you.
Because they can hide it.
Yep.
So we asked the chat, does LeBron have a bag? 60% of the chat said yes, LeBron does have a bag.
Okay, chat.
Nearly 4,000 votes. Refreshing to see. All right, well, let's shift this over. NBA Finals tipped off Thursday. Top-seeded Thunder taking on the heavily unfavored underdog Pacers. OKC was in control for most of Game 1. Looked like they were going to cruise to an easy win with SGA leading the way with 38 points. So OKC led by 15 points with 9 minutes remaining in the game and by 9 with 3 minutes to go. But the Pacers mounted another playoff comeback, setting the stage for Hallie to add another legendary moment to his postseason resume. Let's take a look. So Thunder were up 1 under 20 seconds to go in the game. SGA had a chance to put them up 3, missed the fadeaway. Pacers got the rebound, opted not to call a timeout, got the ball into Hallie's hands. Hallie then proceeded to hit this 21-footer over Cason Wallace for game. It was the Pacers' only lead of the game. We see they said his daddy could come back to the game.
Let me get on that court.
They went from ball-headed black man to ball-headed black man. Kept him away from the court, made him holster his Hallie towel. So it was the Pacers' only lead of the game. They had 25 turnovers in that game, were still able to come through and get the win. Biggest fourth quarter rally since the Mavs did it against the Heat to win Game 2 back in 2011. Rick Carlisle also coaching that team. So for his clutch performances throughout the playoffs, Hallie has been nicknamed The Moment. So we were watching the game on playback, and let's just say Gil was ready for the moment.
For what?
They said his daddy could come back to the games. They said his daddy could come back to the games.
That's what I'm talking about, baby! That's what I'm talking about, baby!
So girls, we noticed you had a Thunder jersey on. Mid-Hallie game winner. Were able to flip into the Pacers jersey. Very impressive, Gil.
I mean, when I'm going for both teams, when I'm going for both teams, I gotta be on deck, baby. You know what I mean? I got Pacers and OKC. I told you I'm winning the championship this year. I'm going into a parade, so you know what I mean?
So Gil, your head was coming out of the jersey with 0.5 seconds remaining on the clock. So you got it in just under the wire. A ball was still in the net.
Both hit a game winner. Yeah.
Both hit a game winner. A game-winning jersey flip. I see your face right now.
Yeah, I told the Oklahoma City fans, y'all better not accept this boy. Bad luck, man. I'm telling y'all. Hey,
The mush.
mush, fucking mush.
I don't like kids in here when I'm shooting.
Yo,
The bush.
I bet not crack. I'm telling you, hey, put him in the bathroom. Can't look at that. Yo, bad luck.
So first, let's just talk about that play. When you see that play, like we said, Pacers opting out to call timeout, push the tempo, got the ball in the Hallie's.
You don't supposed to call timeout right there.
Just go.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah,
Go ahead.
right there, it's in the Pacers' best interest to just go, because OKC can't set up their defense. They can't put their bigs back in the game. So now it's chaotic basketball, which plays to Hallie's style. And the moment was theirs, right? The momentum shifted, and you want to seize it. And that's the reason that you wouldn't call a timeout. Your best player, your best finisher, Mr. Clutch, has the ball. So what are you gonna do? Call a timeout, take it out of his hands to then try to get it back in his hands?
Right.
Get Lou Dort on him? No.
Right.
Hell no.
The torture chamber.
So yeah, it was obviously it was just, no matter if he made or missed, it was a smart decision.
And they so programmed. The boy coming over there to set a pick and roll, he did not call you. Get the fuck out the way.
Yeah.
Neesmith run over there to go set a pick and roll. He not call you over there, man. Move. Like situations like that, like you create. He needs space.
Yep.
You running over there, crowding this man's space. They didn't call a timeout for a reason. The ball is in his hand. Let him go to work. Yep. But hell of a play.
Yeah, shout out to Rick
Hell of
Carlisle
a shot.
for not calling a timeout right there and trusting his point guard, because those are the situations that he do live for. So,
Yep.
like you guys said, shout out to Rick Carlisle though.
So Hallie,
Coaching matters.
coaching does
That
matter.
coach, the game one showed, he did something that I didn't know. I don't want to call him stupid. I didn't know you was that dumb to fall for it, and you fell for it. So weird. No, I called it out at the 8-minute mark. I noticed, like, wait, hold on. Why you don't have any bigs in? Like, why are you going small? Because you going small to match their small. They're bigger than you. Obi he's the most athletic person he's already the most athletic, but there's only two people that can actually challenge his shot if he decides to go for the left. Now you got Siakam down there, then Ben, like, your guys, they hustle and they do all that, but they're not athletic to get a fucking rebound. Right, you know what I mean? They're gonna pull in. They're gonna be feisty, but they're not gonna get up in the air. And the fact that you don't have your bigs in didn't even make sense to me. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, what is he doing? I wouldn't be playing small. I won 80-something games with my bigs. 80. Yeah. 80 fucking
80 games entering the finals.
This is 80 wins, goddammit, with this group. I'm not gonna take them out for them. I'm matching. That's what they're good at. 40-something wins for them doing this. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
Experience.
Shit.
Last week,
That was coaching.
Matter, man. Coaching matters,
Experience.
man. Coaching matters, bro. Every minute, every second, every out of every timeout. Yep. Out of every half, you got to make adjustments. Things you got to do, say to keep your guys engaged. And recall I did an extra job at that game one. Oklahoma City bounced. Yeah, no, it's just.
And we're gonna get to game two in a second.
But they were. Hey, they put themselves in a position to win at the end, man. That's all you can do on the road in a tough environment. So, hey, shout out to them in game one, man. That's what it's up.
So Hallie, 13 for 15 on go-ahead or game-time shots the last 2 minutes in the regular season playoffs combined. Also tied with Reggie Miller for second in the league with 5 go-ahead or game-time shots in the playoffs since 1997. So I want to take a look at something real quick. We got this graphic. So this is just a sampling of what the Pacers have been able to do this postseason. They were down in all 4 of these games, won all 4 of these games. So I'm just curious, like, how does this keep happening against this Pacers squad? Don't teams know by now not to take your foot off the gas? And this is obviously a reaction to game 1. We'll get to game 2 in a moment where the foot was not taken off. But if you've seen this team do this countless times throughout the postseason, you got a lead.
It's a combination of them continuously playing their style of basketball, not deviating. They play fast, so there's more possessions in the game. They're allowing more possessions in the game. most of the time they're not turning the ball over. They just going the course, man. Like the other team is playing not to lose. They get a lead and they plan not to lose in the last 2 minutes of the game. And instead of just continuing to play what got them the lead, they capitalize on it.
I think it's more about what the Pacers are doing versus what the other teams aren't doing. Do you know what I mean? When you have that lead. Because the Pacers, they're just going to play, regardless of what the score is, what it looks like, whether they're having a bad game or not. They don't even really look at the score and say, oh, well, we're going to lose this game. I think they're so confident that they feel like regardless of playing at home, on the road, what the score is, that they're always in the game and they always have a chance to come back and play and win.
And we've seen it.
Yeah, Pacers is the type of team you don't have sportsmanship. You remember that sportsmanship bullshit when you up by? Yeah, you don't do that. This is the group that makes you regret all your decisions you ever made, right? Because you are by 20. What ends up happening is you start subbing people that you wouldn't put in the game, thinking, oh, you get a little break, and then they still playing basketball.
Yeah.
Right. So this is one of the teams, man. When you're up 20, you got to say, man, fuck them. Right. Starting my fourth quarter off, I'm starting off with my starting five.
Yep.
Just get it to 35.
Yep.
Because, I'm subbing, and then they done cocked that bitch to 12, and by the time I got my subs back in, and then now we got a basketball game. So this is the type of team where you just got to keep your foot on their throat.
Yeah, you got to bury them.
Let Carlisle tap them out.
Yeah, you got to bury them.
So when we were coming up, being down by 20 meant you were getting blown out. But
Yeah.
in the league nowadays, that
'Cause they
20 don't-
stupid.
But even 30 now, we've seen.
Because they stupid.
I'm just saying.
I mean, it depends on the team.
What's the comfortable margin, though, where it's like, all right, we got
How stupid is the team?
Or the coach.
The coach. Right, if
That
you
does
up,
factor in.
If you up 35 and your next 7 shot is fadeaway threes and quick threes, that they coming back. They done shot 21 points worth of shots.
Yeah,
Motherfucker,
4 or 5 straight possessions, them motherfuckers shoot threes. Absolutely.
Like,
You mix a couple turnovers in and there, trying to behind the back, off the pick and roll shit. You didn't do this bitch to me.
fast
Coach,
break. You got
fast
the fast
ball.
break and he
Slipped
start
out his
doing shit
hands.
like this.
Slipped out of his hands and
Motherfucking
shit.
coach catch the ball and shit. And just,
Dumb fouls.
you know what? Timeout.
So let's get back to Hallie real quick. Like I said, 13 for 15 on go-ahead or game-tying shots this season. Have 5 of these, in the past 2 postseasons. Second most all-time since 1997. Hasn't had particularly good games in either one of these finals. But what does Hallie's ability to consistently deliver in clutch moments say about him as a player?
That he stays engaged with the game no matter what it is. No matter if he's not being aggressive or people feel like he's not that aggressive early. If you give him a chance to try to go win the game or they have a chance to come back, you're not going to even be able to tell, what he did in the first couple, 3 quarters. But he just stays poised and he just keeps doing what he's supposed to be doing. That's one of the reasons why you can't write him off. Because, if they get a chance to come back, you know who the ball is going to. And, it could look like that in game 1.
So, Sheryl, a question for the couch. But sure, you're a 4-time WNBA champion, so it's going to be a little different for yourself. But would you rather have a memorable moment in an NBA Finals you wound up losing? Think about like the AI step over, things like that. Maybe this Hallie game winner, based on how this series plans out. So I already know what you were going to say. Or would you rather win a title that no one really remembers?
Like Toronto?
Wait, a title that no one really remembers?
Like Toronto?
Give me a
Like the
title
Toronto?
all day.
Like the
The Toronto one, everybody remember that.
Like the
Nobody
AI,
remembers
the AI
that.
over Ty Lue.
We remember that Toronto one just off the shot that he made the Eastern Conference Final.
That's just a conference final shot.
But I'm saying that makes you remember
Give me a great play in the
everything
final.
about that.
Give me a great play in the final that you
No.
remember.
Listen, give me a title that
Give one play that you remember that happened in the finals.
KD came down. I don't know. Shot 3 out. I don't know.
But the funny is, you could have said one. I would have been like, I don't know.
Somebody getting hurt.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
The most memorable was KD in the tunnel before the game hitting the eye.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it. Like I don't remember. Like nobody remember. Like unless you're Toronto, for the most part, the fuck do you remember from that finals? Like
Drake.
You would rather have a memorable moment and you lost than to win a title that nobody remembers?
No. I didn't say that.
But you got AI stepping over Ty Lue. We will remember that.
I didn't say that.
When they see the ring, they can remember.
Who was I when I won the championship?
Play it all the time.
Who was I on that championship team? Like, I like to ask, what player was I? Was I top
It
five?
doesn't matter. You
Was
still
I,
gonna get
was
a
I
ring.
Nick Young?
You still go. Oh,
That matters.
still
A very
ring.
integral part of a championship team. I mean, you could be either or.
No.
Go ahead
You're
on.
gonna get a ring.
That step over, obviously, you remember me. If I'm the dude on the bench that I got a ring, but I'm out of the league the next year, I don't want that responsibility.
Wow.
Right.
I don't want that responsibility.
Please give me the moment at least, huh?
Right? I don't want that one. Not saying that would happen to Nick Young.
Give me a title.
Yeah, okay, that did happen to Nick Young.
Scored 35 in the finals.
35 and 11, King.
Who gives a fuck?
I do. I said, damn, 35 and 11?
I'll take the
So
championship.
you'd have took 7 and 7 in the
I'll take the ring.
Absolutely. I'm saying?
7 and 7 in the chip over 35 and 11.
And I went 3 for 23.
Damn, so if you was Jeff Teague, he'll take the ring?
Yo,
If you was Jeff Teague with the
But you also had 35 and 11.
Yeah, I'll take the ring.
yeah. It was
You take it.
I mean, it just depends if I'm playing, if I'm not. But if I ain't playing,
Give me the moment.
nah, hell, nah. But
If you're not playing,
if I'm not playing, I'm just sitting there. Nah. But if I'm able to get out there and have a moment like that and hit a shot, oh, yeah.
and you lost,
Always.
No, I won that one, but then we lost the series.
Not that
No. With the moment, I won that game, but we lost the series though.
Remember, everyone's
I
gonna
need my
remember.
moment
that wasn't the question.
Everyone's gonna remember a moment. No one's gonna remember all the champions.
Bullshit.
well, guess what? I can go get that motherfucking ring and show
That's
you.
what I just said. They gonna remember them for a ring.
You remember the ring?
Yeah.
It's my little league.
sure?
I know. Congrats.
You know how to lead them to victory.
'Cause I can name
Assistant
10
coach.
champions.
Okay.
10 champions.
I'm gonna just
And you won't know not nail one of them on who team they played for when they won it. I don't want to be them.
We should do a segment. Did he win a chip? We're just gonna throw
Well, your
names
kids
out
like
there.
that. You play basketball.
Hey, yo, we should do that.
That's a good one.
Did he win a chip? Just throw a name out there.
Yes, it is,
That's a good one.
though.
We
You
like
don't
five
want
players.
that one.
Yeah.
They over there telling stories. Daddy, you played with Michael Jordan. Yeah, you know, I was on the team back in '87.
Oh my God.
All right, well,
You didn't get in the game.
we're going to shift over.
I was the man, then he showed up.
Oh, they love that one.
We're going to move on to game 2 in a moment, but before we do, we'd like to thank Blinds.com for sponsoring today's podcast. The folks at Blinds.com believe that ordering custom window treatments online doesn't have to mean sacrificing on style, selection, or service. They're disrupting the status quo. No more waiting around all day for an in-home designer just to get an overpriced quote. Build a quote online in minutes or get expert advice on your schedule. Either way, you can still enjoy the convenience of a professional measure and installation services. Blinds.com has been around for 29 years, has covered over 25 million windows, making them the #1 online retailer of custom window treatments. All Blinds.com orders are backed by their 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you're not happy, they'll make it right. Right now, Blinds.com is giving our listeners an exclusive $50 off when you spend $500 or more. Just use code ARENA at checkout. Limited time offer, rules and restrictions apply. See Blinds.com for more details. We want to shout out Blinds.com. This is our first time Blinds.com promoting. This is actually a functional product
Absolutely.
that we need.
Absolutely. Y'all, shit, we appreciate the rough green, but shit, we motherfuckers send the guy to send the guy to the house so he can measure these goddamn windows. Shit.
They got them big windows.
Y'all
too,
got
like,
them big
God
motherfuckers.
dang.
Yeah. Y'all do drapes
Got
too.
some for the
Shit.
dog.
Custom Blinds.
As well.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, shit.
Shout out Blinds.com.
You can come, shoot all the commercials you want.
This motherfucker.
Right here. Yeah, we can.
For everybody who watches the show with janky blinds, go to Blinds.com. Use promo code ARENA. You get $50 off. There's a lot of janky. You seen it, the janky blind.
Yeah, I guess so.
Not sufficiently blocking sunlight.
That's why I need more.
Shitting me.
But let's get to
I
game
don't got
2.
no blinds in the house.
We are aware, Gil. We are aware. Even though we are relegated to the basement.
He like
I looked at that quote. It's like 120,000 for what? I don't hate the sun that much. Come on in. Shit. The fuck? 120,000. No, I know. I'm selling it. Come over.
Come over.
The last quote was 120,000. Shit.
Oh my God.
Because you didn't holler at blinds.com.
You talk 60. Fuck it. Do you?
Come on in.
Roll in.
With the $50 off. You spent for her more. Shout out blinds.com. So let's talk about game 2. The Thunder,
Blinds.com. Shit.
Oh my God.
the Thunder were 16-2.
You got a closet plug too? Shit, send them over here. We can use it all.
Bring them all.
God bless Gil's Arena. So Thunder were 16-2 following a loss this season, including 4-0 in the playoffs. Haven't lost back-to-back games at home this season. Meanwhile, Pacers were looking to improve to 8-0 in games 1 and 2 this postseason, with their last 5 wins in those games all coming on the road. So Thunder jumped out to a big lead again in this one, but this time they refused to trick it off. Let's take a look at the highlights. So Chet Holmgren was active in the group chat, bounced back in this game. After finishing with just 6 points in game 1, Chet had 9 of his 15 points in the first quarter of game 2. So the Thunder led by 6 after the first frame. We see, give me those too. Doing on both sides of the ball. Chet likes Jamaican food, for all those who are curious. Hit this three. He likes Jamaican food. He said that in the article. I'm just saying. You can't question his blackness. So Thunder led by 6 after the first frame, but exploded in the second quarter, going on a 19-2 run to take a 23-point lead at one point, while outscoring the Pacers 33-21 in the second frame. So Thunder big three of SGA, Chet, and Jalen Williams scored or assisted on 50 of OKC's 59 points in the first half. Thunder up 18 after the first 2 quarters, thanks in large part to plays like that from the MVP, SGA. Going to the cup. SGA only made 1 3 in this game.
I know.
What? Oh, you see him, Gil. You see the championship experience that the 30-year-old vet Alex Caruso brings to the table.
I'm talking about, I needed 2. I went 1.5 on the threes.
So SGA, the real MVP, kept cooking in the second half. 34 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, and 4 steals. Efficient, 11 for 21 from the field, 11 for 12 from the line, with all but one of his buckets coming in the paint or from mid-range. 9th straight 30-point game at home this playoffs, which ties an NBA record for a single postseason, with Wilt in his franchise record 12th 30-point game this postseason. So Jalen Williams added 19, 5, and 5. Alex Caruso brought his championship experience in this one, scoring 20 points in 27 minutes off the bench. And Aaron Wiggins was big off the bench as well, knocking down 5 of his 8 3-point attempts, finished with 18 in the game. So both Caruso and Wiggins outscored every Pacers starter in the game. Hallie had 5 points entering the fourth quarter, scored 12 in the fourth to finish with 17.6 assists. Indiana had 7 players scoring double figures, but none of them eclipsed the 20-point mark. Miles Turner had 16, 4, and 4. Pascal Siakam added 15 and 7 boards, but was 3 of 11 from the field. Aaron Nesmith had 14 points. He knocked out 4 of his 8 threes, and Ben Mather and TJ McConnell combined for 25 points off the bench. Thunder's lead was never in serious doubt in the second half, cruised to a 16-point win. So OKC improves to 5-0 in games following a loss this postseason, 17-2 overall, including the regular season, 18-2 if you can include the NBA Cup title game, which doesn't technically count as a game, but it does to us because we're real hoopers. We're also fans of small market basketball. Thunder are 30-2 overall against the Eastern Conference this season.
Hey, where do you get the clips from that you're showing on the highlights? Are you making them yourselves?
Yeah, we have an expert team.
No, or is it somebody else's clips?
We
do it ourselves?
We do it ourselves.
Oh, then you can put it full screen then.
We will discuss that after the show.
No, because they're complaining that it was little. And
well, the chat complains about everything.
No, it is little.
Fucking up in the back.
Complaining about it's little, no did.
If it's off of somebody else's page, then yeah. But if we did our own clips, we're fine.
We have a master production team, Gil. Works tirelessly through churning the midnight oil.
So what we were talking about earlier, right, about having a bag and dudes that's like athletic doing things and like certain situations, right? The Chet block on Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin is more athletic than most people on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
I put myself in that category. I was limited in certain finishes and all that shit. There was no way I would have saw Chet there and tried to one scoop lay up him. Like, I'm not gonna do that. You got that shit put out of bounds.
Yep.
I'm jumping through his fucking chest. I'm trying to dunk on him if I'm Obi Toppin. that's the difference in the mentality. Like you being able to do certain things and not using your gifts that you have in certain situations. Like, okay, you didn't work on this left hand, same finish it, but that's not the play for it.
Mm-hmm.
Jump through his fucking chest because I'm athletic enough to finish him.
Yes.
Like, jump through his fucking chest. He off balance. He don't weigh nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He already had to sit out because of that hip, tailbone, whatever he had.
Go hit that motherfucker again.
He gonna hit that bitch again with me. Because I'm trying to jump to your fucking chest.
So, saw Thunder game 1, trick off a 15-point fourth quarter lead.
No, for real.
Game 2 did not have that problem. But Mr. B, what were your biggest takeaways from game 2 of the NBA Finals?
OKC just wanted it more. I feel like Indiana, they wasn't as aggressive as they were in the first game. But, when you're on the road, the best thing, you want is to at least get one game. So, I think in Indiana's favor, they still did what they were supposed to do on the road. So going back home, they have home court advantage. But their defense is the reason why they are number one defense in the NBA. And, SGA, they just couldn't keep him out the lane. He's really showing why he's the MVP, and, he's been playing like it. So
Yeah, SGA had 34 points a game. Like I mentioned, all but one of his shots was either in the paint or from mid-range. Hit 1-3 in the game. I think took 5 attempts. But just got to it. Got to getting buckets. Really appreciate SGA, too. Moments never too big for him. Always keeps it even keel.
Yeah, they got to, now Rick Carlisle got to do some coaching on what he going, you ain't going to stop him, but you got to try to slow him down. Shay's in the rhythm now. But Oklahoma, like Brandon was saying, man, Indiana was playing with house money. Oklahoma City could not afford not to come out and put that type of performance on the board. They needed that. It wasn't in question by anyone who watched them play all season, how they were going to look in game 2. And Indiana, after a certain while, you can just tell, like, okay, it is what it is. Cause Oklahoma City turned the temperature up on the defensive end, man. So it wasn't that they didn't have as many turnovers as they did in game 1.
Yeah.
But the way it looked. But
how Dort had him all out there. At the violation backcourt. It was just he was out of sync.
Yeah, they pushed their offense further. They made them start their offense further out. So it's that. But they're going on the road, and it's going. They thought it was loud in their home arena. It's going to be even louder in Indiana. So it's going to be some good basketball being played in game 3 and 4. But shout out to Oklahoma City for bouncing back though.
Sure. What were your biggest takeaways from the Thunder evening the series in game 2? Much more spirited effort defensively.
For sure, but I agree with Brandon. OKC couldn't afford to go to Indiana down 0-2. And SGA was not going to let them lose. I thought Caruso played really well, just shooting the ball the way he did. I thought it was a total team effort from OKC. But I know Shea won MVP, but I still don't feel like people really give him the respect that he truly deserves for being the player that he is. That's just my opinion. I just thought OKC just refused to lose the game yesterday, and Indiana did what they were supposed to do. They stole one on the road, and see what happens in game 3.
So we talked about Pacers still in that game 1. They led for all of 0.3 seconds of that game. Very, very kind of slow, boring game to watch till the fourth quarter. Intensity picked up. Found themselves similar situation.
You said intensity picked up?
For the Pacers.
In game 1?
In game 1. I remember we were on playback. I told you the Pacers were about to come back. You doubted me.
No, I said I didn't care.
That's not what you said. You said you care very deeply because you're a fan of NBA basketball.
What I took from game 2 is the same thing I took for game 1. One team is just more dominant. It looked dominant. Yeah, Pacers stole game 1. They stole it. That's exactly what happened. They stole it from underneath their palms. But if you looked at the game, then that wasn't the Pacers. Pacers couldn't press. They couldn't dribble the ball. They couldn't get into offense, right? It just looked like one team was just playing bully basketball on offense and defense. Pacers didn't feel comfortable doing nothing.
They were playing bully basketball. They got out-rebounded by like 22.
Okay, let me get to that. It looked horrible. They couldn't do nothing. They couldn't move, right? They couldn't run their offense worth of shit. And for some reason, the coach decided he's not going to play his bigs together, nor is he going to play his bigs at all, right? It's like, we've been good, just leave the door open and we're going to turn our backs to all of our money. And what ended up happening is the relentless Pacers just started playing basketball. Oh shit, we can get the offensive rebound, we're gonna throw it as a three. We're gonna get the rebound. So now you have guys who never got offensive rebounds getting 4 or 5 of them joints. Right, Miles don't go down there, dog. He don't go down there to get rebounds, man. He don't get defensive rebounds, let alone offensive rebounds. But if,
Right.
shit, but there's no big down there. Fuck it, this is fun down here. Right, so you gave them, you literally let them steal that game. And what changed in game 2 is, okay, we won't do that again. We're gonna play our bigs. Somebody's gonna be down there, offense and defensive rebound. And those guys who got a bunch of offensive rebounds, they didn't even go down there. They didn't even waste their time down there. So you just secured your lead this game.
True.
But for the most part, like we're not watching Indiana basketball. Because the Indiana basketball is, believe it or not, Hallie doing what Hallie does. If I'm Indiana Pacers, or if I'm OKC, my whole game plan is keep Hallie under 20 points.
Yeah, they try to keep him out of the paint.
If I'm gonna, because I don't think he knows that when he's 21 points and above, they're like 25 and 3.
I'm pretty sure he knows that. I'm pretty sure.
Like, you niggas is that good. And it 20 and under, you niggas is below 50% as a team. So you coming into the game, sitting here trying to get 10 assists, the percentage goes towards being under 50% as a group. The more aggressive you are offensively, it heightens. Because you're such a great passer, when you're scoring and they're like, oh shit, we gotta stop this guy. Like, you are the most clutch guy who don't take a lot of shots.
Yeah.
Like, that would irritate me. That means your shot is that fucking good. You're passing the ball to people who don't.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna be more aggressive because they trying to get a win at home. They gonna go going out to get game 3. So he's gonna be more aggressive. But the thing about this team in Oklahoma City, which a lot of teams don't have, they have multiple wing defenders, elite wing defenders that they can throw at him, which is tiresome. And it's so at no given time that when he's on the floor, that one of them guys are not going to be on the floor. From Wiggins, Caruso, Dort, so one of them guys it's just what it is. And then you can play Jalen Williams on him. He's taller, bigger, so it's tall task, but he needs to be more aggressive at the rim, putting pressure at the rim, getting 2 feet in the paint. Like he values his game on how often he touches the paint. So he needs to do that, and you got to force a few. You got to jump into a few people. You got to force a few at the rim.
I'm trying to figure out, like, even OKC's starting lineup. That's not your starting lineup, dog. Like, you're bringing Hartenstein off the bench for what? To do what? You're giving them an advantage by taking one of your. They don't have nobody for your big to big.
Not at all.
Like, who the fuck is guarding your? Hartenstein catches it, throws it. Shit. Who do they have on that team that's even capable of doing anything with that?
Right.
Nobody. But you're taking one out to play a guard to match them. Chet can guard any of those guards. Right. They still got to try to finish the layup. Right. He is 7'5". with a wingspan.
Go zone. Fuck,
Right,
he's
he's-
afraid. Go fucking zone.
Right.
Right. Afraid of them.
He can sit back there and he can sit back there. You at the 3-point line, he at the free throw line. He can still damn near block that shot. But you're going smaller. You just
playing into you.
you're just playing right into the. Imagine.
He gonna do it again because they gonna play faster at home. So
Yeah.
he gonna do it again.
I would have loved for the
But don't
Spurs
you
to
think
took
that
out.
OKC having all those different guys guard Hallie, and then because this is not like the New York series, right? Like Siakam, he's not really, you know what I'm saying, he's not really giving them nothing. So don't you think it's a little bit easier for OKC to guard Hallie this series because you don't really have that support because even if Hallie is aggressive, you know, don't that take them out of their flow, kind of like, or is it more hectic?
No, because yes, they make them start the offense higher, absolutely. But if, like I said, but they have multiple guys like Caruso guarding fucking Pascal Siakam when he's not on Hallie, when Dort is not on him, he's on Siakam. So so they're not missing out on nothing. So it's gonna be as tough, right? But they gotta figure something out. They got to run, the ball got to move more, something has to happen. You got to put him in different situations, like you got to catch Hallie on the move, coming out the corner, going into a pick and roll. Because that half court, him setting up in half court trying to run shit, they forcing that shit so far out, to your point, you got a backcourt violation, right? Because he said during one of the timeouts I was listening to the game, he was telling Miles Turner that he going to start the offense, so like I'm going to back up some.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they want you to do.
Because he wants to run into it.
He wants you to, so therefore you got to get him coming off the Rip Hamilton and all them cuts and AI cut to get him on the move and let him go downhill, and then he create at the basket and stuff like that. But trying to set up in the half court, they're gonna make it tough. But they play faster at home. He doesn't turn the ball over normally, and that just Haliburton is like.
Has he got to the free throw line at all?
No, they've been keeping him
No?
off the line. They
Yes.
fouling him, making him shoot jump shots.
It's so funny how,
Did not attempt a free throw in game 2.
Yeah.
like, as great as a point guard he is, when you pick up full court, can't dribble. Right? It's weird that some of these guys can't dribble the ball.
They don't have a
Bag.
yeah. Like it's just
Like even basic, just basic.
position. No, you need to be able to get a motherfucker off you. You play that position, goddamn it. So
Like
you
even-
need that bag.
like even
Say
like-
you got to get to it all the time.
Like even like somebody like Luka, you pick him up full court, he'll fuck around turn that ball over.
He's gonna turn his back to you.
Yeah,
like
because
the
he
old
don't-
Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn my back to you. I'm gonna back you down the court, and we gonna.
He don't know how to break. Like you don't have the just simple basketball because everything's
Jason
been so.
Kidd.
Yeah, Jason.
Jason Kidd. People don't understand. No.
I said he didn't have a bag. He
Hell
just
no.
walked right. He just walked
Meow.
right at you.
Yeah.
Pew 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 pew. Like yo, god damn.
Right.
Like,
Fast
no, he cross over in and out.
Yep.
They run at full speed at you, in and out, cross over, in. However you want it. It's gonna be one of the two or two of them. Like, good luck. He used to throw that
but the
motherfucker to
point
Lucius
guards are
Harris.
also
Like, hey man, bring this
different,
bitch up, man.
The point guards are also different too in our area because these point guards, they're not getting guarded by, other guards. Like they're getting guarded by other bigger defenders now. So with Hallie, it's not like he's,
He doesn't need it, but yeah, because
back then, like when we come up, we were guarding each other. So you had to have, you
get by
who
the
you're
short
going
guy.
down.
Yeah.
You're going against a guy that's 6'5", 6'7", guarding you 94 feet. I mean, it's going to be tougher getting that ball up the court.
Especially if you don't have a foot speed advantage.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have a foot speed advantage, which like in this situation, it don't seem like he does.
Yeah,
It's gonna be tough.
Like the only
He
thing
ain't
that's,
running at you.
what
He
saves him is he has that shifty movement, that earthy jerk, and then he can bounce and shoot.
Yeah,
right. So because he doesn't need a setup on his shot, kind of helps him a little bit get it off.
And it's weird that he can do that because the shot is so awkward.
Yeah.
It's weird that he
Yeah.
can go straight into it without. So takes him a lot of hard work, a lot of perfecting that shot and get it off the bounce. So.
We look at this Thunder, 17-2 following a loss, obviously 30-2 against the Eastern Conference this season, 80 wins entering this NBA Finals,
Did you say 30-2?
30-2 against the Eastern Conference this season.
I thought you said it before, and I wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah. And who else did they lose to, Chef? Okay, just making sure. Just making sure people know.
And y'all lost to who?
Indiana.
Huh?
Indiana.
So what they say?
So, but question for the couch, is the Thunder team we saw in Game 2 the one we should expect to see for the rest of this series?
We saw the same team in Game 1. Okay. Are we going to see the same lineup in the second half that played the whole game this year? This what's the name? As I said, I just think the coach just was overthinking what he need. I think that's what's happening here. That you have this guy over there that got all this tricky shit, and you trying to out-trick him too. Like, you know what I mean? And now realizing that tricky shit that he's thinking about is making you think. And that was the thing. Like, you know, we sitting there, now he's overthinking. Just, you're number one for the last 2 years for a reason. You have this record over the East for a reason. Just go out there and play. Yeah. Your regular lineup, they cannot guard it. Right? They can't guard Shea. They can't guard no high-low because you're too big. There's nothing you need to do to worry about them.
Yeah, what people were praising you for, you deviated from.
Yeah, you're deviating from.
Like you deviated from in the Game 1. So people was praising you for not changing your lineup throughout, not doing the Thibodeau and these other things that he was, like you were sticking with your guns, right? That got you 68 wins, and all of a sudden, to your point, it's like,
Yeah, we're gonna start you today. Like, me? Yeah.
Right, no, NBA Finals. Okay.
I know we lost Game 1, but it didn't.
It made sense. Like, if Indiana would have went bigger in their lineups, like, we're gonna change and go big, that makes sense.
Yes.
To your lineup. You going small to their lineup, like, play against the Spurs and they want to sub out David Robinson.
Take David Robinson out.
We over here look like, all right.
I know I would have been like, fuck, thank you. Personally. They were just falling in my ass right in there.
You too? Shit. Got 2 7-footers now. Shit, I'm shooting 21% from the field with the 2 motherfuckers back there.
Let's talk.
Did anybody ask him why he did? Like, did the press ask him?
I'm pretty
sure. Because their bigs first game, they didn't play no minutes together.
Yeah, because they got our rebound. They got our rebounded by 20.
Yep.
It was like 58.
They had 3 people that had 10 rebounds on Indiana. 3.
What is?
Yeah.
3 had 10 rebounds.
Because I was wondering, like, how the fuck did they had 24, 25 turnovers? Because that's first, I'm like, I know they turned the ball over. I went and looked at that first, and then I scrolled back. I was like, oh, they fucking out rebounding by fucking 24.
I had Miles Turner 5.5 lower, 4.5 lower. Like, he ain't going, them down there, he ain't going to definitely get a rebound. He don't get defensive rebound, let alone an offensive rebound. He going to have about 2.
Play free throw line and free throw.
He had like 11.
That's crazy. Be so much effective if you want.
Yeah. If it ain't a dunk, he's playing from free throw line.
This is what Giannis feels like. This is what Giannis feels like.
Watch him.
Yeah. No, that's just crazy though.
He's skilled, but just listen.
Dumb.
If it ain't a dunk, Miles Turner play from free throw line to free throw line.
Yeah.
It'd be so more effective.
Motherfucker, he can have a roll. Listen, that roll can be wide open to the basket. He don't motherfucker stop. He want that bitch right in the pocket. So
he shooting.
Anybody even look like
they look like they finna rotate in. Ain't no charge happening here, Jack.
All right, well, let's shift over.
He had 4. He had 4 years. He only had 4.
15, 4, and 4, I believe yesterday.
He had 4 no offensive rebounds yesterday.
So Sheryl, you're talking about SGA a little bit earlier. Let's give SGA some love. 9th straight 30-point game at home this postseason. Also delivered his 11th game with 30-plus points, 5-plus assists, tying LeBron and MJ for the most in a single postseason in NBA history. And his 72 total points in the finals so far is the most for a player in their first 2 NBA Finals games. So after the game, SGA pulled up at SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt, offered these thoughts on what it means to him to play in the finals.
But I've tried to just tell myself, like as much as you can, just enjoy the process and enjoy the moment.
Are you?
Absolutely. It's been amazing. It's been everything I dreamed it to be. It's been, it's hard to even put into words and wrap my head around. It's been so fun. It's the best stage of basketball ever, of all time. And we get the opportunity to play in that. And that's how I try to view it. I try to view it as so many people die for this opportunity, and I have my whole entire life, and now I'm finally here. So just as much as I can, enjoy it, but keep that competitive fire.
So SGA led the league in scoring this season, 32 points per game. He's averaging 30.4 points per game in the playoffs. He scored 30 points, 30-plus points in 9 of the last 10 games, 13 of the 18 games overall. Also impressive that, games 1 and 2 were his 40th and 41st career playoff game. But Sheryl, I'll go to you first. Does SGA deserve more credit for how consistent he's been this postseason?
I mean, I said it earlier. I think so. What I love about him is he's very, it's always about the team. He's quick to give his team credit. A lot of people never get that opportunity. And what he said, just enjoying the moment of playing in the finals, and a lot of people never get a chance to do that. I know he's MVP. I said it earlier. I don't know. I just don't feel like we're really talking about how good he is, and especially in the playoffs. I think he's been very consistent. I think he's been obviously if not the best player in the NBA right now.
I think playing on the biggest stage will allow that, what you're saying, right? For more people to see him play, the more eyes are on him. Granted that it's small market teams playing, people still tune into whatever degree, whether it's barbershop talk, whether it's just watching highlights, whether it's office talk around a coffee, whatever it is, people are going to start to talk about him, because once you're playing on the biggest stage, and you are considered that person, which in the NBA he was this year, winning MVP. It's bound to happen. That attention, that notoriety for his game, not just the clickbait stuff, the free throw merchant thing, this, that. Now watch him play, right? Watch him really play the game of basketball, and you understand how good he is. And I want to shout out Olin, man.
Not highlights.
Shout out Olin simply.
I want to shout out Olin, man. He's been preaching Shea since Shea was out here with the Clippers, right? And I've seen Olin transform guys who couldn't walk and chew gum at the same time into real life college basketball players from young age, and dead ass, man. Like real life basketball mind, and correcting bad behaviors and not just collecting the check. Shout out to Olin, man. He's worked with Shea consistently, and the product is MVP, man. So shout out to Olin, man.
So for those who don't know, Olin Simplest, a.k.a. the Guard Whisperer, the training Shea. Yeah. I like that, the Guard Whisperer. That's a great nickname. Been working.
You got a guard, you got a young guard, man. Hey, look him up.
Facts.
You get it done. But yeah, shout out to Shea, man, for being consistent in his approach and enjoying the moment of playing in the final. That's what's up.
So we talked about Shea all regular season, but just the consistency. You can pencil him in for 35 and 5 pretty much every single game. Didn't really waver too much. Obviously had the streak of 20-point games during the regular season that was snapped in this postseason, but will continue next year. But Mr. B, when you just look at what SGA has been able to do, playing on the biggest stage, biggest moment of his career, and delivering, even in game 1, the 38-piece, averaging 36 points per game right now, which if that holds, he could be 7th all-time for highest scoring average in NBA Finals.
Yeah, man, I just love the consistency. Just like from last year, he didn't win MVP. Everybody felt like he should have. Then to come back with a chip on his shoulder, win MVP, put the team on his back. He's in the finals. I always believe when you're grateful for the moments that you get, things come back 10 times for you. Being able to talk to his dad and how they were so, he loved Iverson, just their passion for the game. So, and even when he lost and, he wasn't playing well, he always just stayed with it and he stayed consistent. So this is the reason why he's playing like that, to me.
And then we look at a guy like Jalen Williams as well. Obviously what he's been able to do, being a solid second option. Obviously we had Shea's pops on this couch, talked about it a little bit, and just seeing the growth in his game, still young, still figuring it out. But do we see like we're developing, I don't want to compare him to MJ and Scotty, but it just seemed like a new age version of that with this squad. And do you see a world Gil down the road, which we talk about obviously with the CBA and the punishments for the second apron and all that good stuff, but this team seems like they genuinely like each other, genuinely.
It starts with the head of the snake.
Yeah.
Right, you're talking about Shea, very great player. Like he's a, like, it's bad media takes that stops you from appreciating players in real time, right? And that's why sometimes, man, when you, as a journalist, you know, you have your funny takes, but when it comes to just the purity of the game, and you on a couch or questioning how good someone is, we need to start saying, all right, you go out there and do it. Just you go out there and do it. Because if you saying it's that easy to do something, you're making the public not appreciate what the person is doing. When Russell Westbrook was averaging a triple-double, and then you added, it's padding stats. The consumer of the information did not appreciate what he was doing. He becomes overrated. We don't care about it. You don't appreciate what he's doing. When you decided to say someone who's averaging 3 points a game is a free throw merchant, that he's flopping around the game, when people look at him, they're like, he's just a flopper, fuck all that. So you're this super talented guy is being overlooked because you put a fake tag on what his ability, because he knows how to get fouled. That's the problem with why he doesn't get appreciated for what he's doing.
Absolutely.
And that's the problem with the game. You got people like, you know what I mean? You got people who can't do none of it, but you're questioning the ability of the person.
Which is why.
So now when the consumer's looking, they're looking at a professional say, what he's doing, he's just flopping around. That ain't even basketball. This shit sucks. Now that's how they treat the game. Now they don't respect the craft of it. So it's like, he's an MVP. I'm not watching that shit. It's like it defeats the purity of something.
You think that's because that's how they felt about James Harden when he was making his runs.
Yeah, even though your favorite player averaged more free throws. It didn't look the same. Yeah, because no one pointed it out for you to look at it any different. When someone pump fakes 3 times, what do you think they're trying to do? Get a motherfucker to jump so they can flop into him. What do you think Reggie was throwing his leg out there for? To get the fucking foul. That's all of it. What do you think this was for? When Tim Duncan was playing like that and you do this and he swipes up. It's all part of flopping. Ginobili, with all of it, that's the game. That's the game itself. The greatest of the greatest sold the game, their skill. So when you have people that's watching it, discrediting it, that's the bad part about it.
That's why you have people like us and me, and real time you hear shit, and I don't allow, like, be certain places and people try to engage certain conversations with you. I stop the argument, stop before we even start. Like, we're not finna have this conversation, bro.
It's just,
we're not finna.
We don't want to jump ahead of ourselves when looking at this OKC team, but we have talked about that they are basically assembling what could be a dynasty. And obviously that starts with trying to win a championship this year. There's still ways to go. When you look at a guy like Jalen Williams, all-star, all-NBA, all-defense.
It can only get better.
But I'm saying he's really embraced that role as a second option. This team seems to love each other. It doesn't seem like, I remember Perk telling the story about the KD Russ era. Yeah, James Harden, 6th man of the year. But Harden wanted his own team. It seems like this squad can stay together and not kind of deal with some of the pitfalls that other teams have in terms of other guys wanting to have a bigger role down the road.
That's because the separation is so far from them that it's hard for egos to play a part. You can't manipulate it. You can't do who's better between Jaylen Brown and Tatum. Right? You can't do that. Kobe or Shaq's team. Who team is it? Dwayne Wade or LeBron James? There's no room for that because Shea and Jalen is so far from each other right now because of the age, because of that. One is young, trying to figure his game out. So it's hard to do that here, right? So now you have Jalen that looks up to him. It's like, I'm your wingman. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's easier for them to build onto this because they all know their roles.
Yeah.
If Shea goes out for an extended period of time and then Jalen is holding the team on his back and the motherfucker average about 31, yeah, when the captain come back, there's going to be some of them.
But do you feel like that's the case?
Coach start drawing that play for Shea. You might want to remember who done held this team together, goddammit. That's when that shit happens.
And not to
Coach Scottie Pippen.
Not to compare the two teams,
this
but
play up for him. You know what? I'm not going in. Fuck it.
Fuck it, I'm not going in.
it don't feel like that.
That was
you start having
that was some ego shit right
It
there.
was.
So
Let somebody do that today.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
You got it.
Yo, yeah,
not
that's
going in.
right.
It was.
Let somebody do that shit today.
So the thing about like our era, and you can tell like with Shea and like this era, a lot of the guys, he's accessible to his teammates.
Mm-hmm.
The other guys, superstars in his league, they weren't accessible to their teammates. It wasn't. This is what it is. That's shit we talked about the other day about getting better, right? Just going to work out together. They might do their work, but he's accessible, right? So there's no separation in that part of it. So when it's that, it's easier for Jalen to accept where his game is and where he's headed than questioning it right now, right? There's no when I got with J Kidd first team All NBA, this, that, third. So I'd be a fool to be like, shit, yeah, I'm MVP caliber too. My second year, like no, it's like be fucking foolish, right? So it's that, right? You understand where you are and your ability. You're gonna keep getting better and you're gonna keep helping this team win. But this already, to Gil's point, has already been this separation of years of service, ability, averaging 30 points for the third year now. MVP now, it's signature shoe. It's established that it's a pecking order, but there's no, like I said, he's accessible. There's no separation in the personal part of it.
Well, you'll know, trust me, when the egos kick in is when the media starts pushing that narrative, whose team is this and who's better. We're human. We read into it, right? The only thing that breaks teams up is outside influences, because there is a training camp, right? We practice every fucking day. When we do practice, we play. So there is already a pecking order. It's already been established. The only thing that makes teams question it is when someone else starts, hey man, I think you need to be getting more shots, and you know what I mean? You start writing in the paper, oh, I know he's seen it. Like that ends up happening. I guarantee you, that whole OKC team got each other's number. If there's 17 players, all 16 of them got Shea's number. They all got his number, so they all can call him. I can tell you this for damn sure.
Oh God.
So is that like
For the last,
so that doesn't
hey,
happen?
listen, I guarantee you, if we talk and we say, hey man, did you have every player's number on your team? Nigga, fuck no.
No, I'm telling you, hell no.
Hell no. That wasn't a thing. Like there was a separation in team.
I mean, we had the group chat though.
That's one thing.
But
we
does
did have a
everybody's
group chat,
number in
so
the group
because-
chat have a name assigned to it, or is it
No.
just an area
No,
code?
just
There's a
numbers.
whole bunch of them.
It's
Like,
just
what the
numbers.
fuck is this talking right here?
Wow.
It's just numbers, and then whoever organized, they just put in what time the plane leave, everything.
Huh? Two.
Wow.
Two phones.
One for the team. One for
They got the bat phone number.
put them with the holes.
Yeah, they got the bat.
J Kidd had the real one. No.
Wow.
He said,
Wow.
All right,
This is a true story. I'm not gonna say who the name is.
Like, everybody,
I'm not gonna
Story
say,
time.
Listen,
everybody don't get your phone number.
I'm not gonna say the name, but you'll
Not
know.
even your teammates?
You'll know just how this sounds. So one player called the main player. So option 3 or 4, right? Called and said, hey, where's the charity at? He said, how'd you get this number? And he was like, no, I'm asking for the charity. No, but how did you get this number? And then, oh, blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right, let me call you right back. Click, call the person, damn near, you do this again, you're getting fired. And then called his teammate back. Yeah, so it's blah, blah, blah. It's over here, this is where we're going.
Don't give I try to do that to you guys.
How you get, the first thing is how you get this number. That's the crazy part.
Yes. Yeah.
And then if you say who the
It's
two
on the
were,
director.
if I say who the two were, you're gonna be like, he didn't have his number.
I dig it.
Hell no.
No.
How'd you get this?
No, it ain't.
Hell no,
It ain't
that's
always
crazy.
The thing, it ain't always what people think.
Champions.
Like just cause y'all play together, man. Just cause y'all win together, and y'all, it might seem like a certain thing when this 2.5 hours y'all see guys. Nah, man, it ain't always that. Guys, listen, we going our own.
I agree with
fucking
that
separate
part.
ways. But we ain't got my phone
Because we
number.
ain't hang out and all that.
But you don't need my phone number.
We had each other.
If we ain't got the same, if we don't have the same interests, what do you need my phone number for? Other than we work with. See, this is the thing. Me and Rashad had this conversation on this very couch, right? There's co-workers and friends. And in every business, every co-worker don't have each other's fucking phone number.
That's true.
You sitting, so I told him, listen,
That's true.
in most businesses and most jobs, they got an office or a cubicle. Or they working on some solo project with right? You're not interacting with your coworker unless it's a project. You're in a meetings on Wednesday. We all know we got a board meeting on Wednesday. We show up on Wednesday. Now you go back to your office, he go back to his cubicle, you go back to. You know what I'm saying? You got different walks of life, interests, whatever your preferences are. They got that. It's the same thing in the NBA and other sports. It's the exact same thing. Just because Tom Brady might have had guys who won 4 or 5 Super Bowls with him. You ever been to Tom Brady's house? Like, I don't know where the fuck Tom live. Does he live in New England? Like,
Shit, I don't.
yeah, it's just, right? We ain't seen Tom. We ain't know Tom had a personality into the Super Bowl parade. Like, they ain't seen this man, right? That's just the nature of it. It's a separation. Unfortunately, that's just what it is, man.
I think because what ends up happening is we're around each other so much that when we're not, I don't want to talk to you. Or there's nothing we need to talk about. There's no.
Yeah, I don't want to look at you.
You know what I mean? Like we're on the bus, we're eating.
Just because they have your number, it doesn't mean.
No, I'm just saying, I'm trying to figure out, like, what would we be calling each other for unless we go into the, like, if we got each other's number, it's going to the strip club or we trying to do some dumb shit together. Right? I'm not calling, hey, man, you know that play Coach did today, can you teach me to, like, what nigga? No, hell no. For him to be like, you stupid motherfucker.
Game 37 in the second quarter. We came out of timeout and you wanted me to set the pick this way and I set the step up. Like, what did you mean when you said, like, no, we're not, no.
What about the power of friendship?
Who?
Yeah.
If we don't have the same interest, if we don't have the same interest, we're not hanging out.
I didn't hang out with none of my teammates.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Like, think about it. Think about a young 18-year-old, right? And you got the vet.
That's different.
But what I'm saying is, but you got to think about it like that. Like, you're only gonna chill with who you do things with. Like, if you're a married couple, you're not hanging with the young dude. That's fucking up the relationship.
Yeah, you doing married.
You better be doing some marriage shit, some double dating dinner type.
True, that's true.
But I have a girlfriend or something.
Yeah, other than that, you ain't.
That ain't even the same. Being married and
The strip club crew, they hang out with each other.
Yeah, you know
that's that clique.
You know the party crew, you know the workout crew, you know the dinner crew, you know the stay in the room guys. Get to the city. There are certain guys get to the city, they stay in their fucking room.
Yep.
Right? You got guys that they go in their room and read. They read the Bible. They pray, whatever they meditate, whatever they do, watch movies, whatever they into. We don't see them until the shoot around bus, and they catching the first bus to the game.
Hey, look, I play with Antonio.
Then we'll talk on the plane.
Huh?
And we'll talk on the plane.
Not even them. They don't even talk to dudes on the plane.
I mean, unless you're playing cards.
Like Antonio Daniels.
That's it.
Right. I remember the first time I've ever seen him, like, outside of an arena, on the road. It was Indiana. Right, Indiana coming back from Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it was just put like this. It was different. Like, he was going through some shit and he was coming in, letting us know. Yeah. This shit is different. We played 3 years together. I'd never seen him on the road ever. We get there. We sit in the lobby. We'll sit in the lobby for hours. Never seen this man ever on the road outside the gym. That man walked in. We all turned. Like, if someone said he stays in his own hotel, we'd have believed that. Like, we all turned and were just looking like, yo, that's. I didn't need to know the nigga to leave this room on the road.
Wow.
Yeah, you fuck around and see somebody at dinner. Yeah, I had teammates like that.
Yeah.
Like
See them at dinner, like, hey, you eat.
Yeah, you
like,
eat out.
you eat.
They order room service. Listen,
You
seriously.
eat out.
Yo. And these dudes I've seen dudes making a lot of, like, of course the NBA players make a lot of money, but I didn't see dudes on the upper echelon of the contracts. And room service, like, never see him out. You go to a certain city, you see him at dinner, you like, fucking drink, got a glass of wine sitting in front of him, you like, you fucking drink too?
Yeah, fuck you doing
Yeah, what the hell you
doing there?
Or we have teammates who they don't never do nothing, then they do something, and then they play affected. Then you got to step in as teammates and be like, hey, bro, nah, hey, stay your ass. Do what you, listen, this is not for you. Do what you've been doing. We don't need to see you after motherfucking 10 o'clock,
You
bro.
don't need to be going out with us.
At all. No, we was
Sit your ass
dead
down.
ass. We was in Denver, man. We had to tell the team, no. No. Didn't drink, didn't smoke, didn't do nothing when he was out. But the fact that it was sleep pattern was fucked up. He played like shit. We were like, nah, dog.
Get your sufficient rest.
You ever heard about, like, afternoon strip club?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have players that did that?
During the season?
Like that was their thing. You know, like we night strip club.
Yeah.
I never heard of day strip club. Like
yeah.
they like from 5 to 7. So one of the teammates, like when I see
before that. This is
Before
lunchtime.
that, I'm about to say.
I didn't know that.
It's 3 shifts.
But you know, we get in at 3 o'clock. You know how we get in? You know how we get in at 3?
Yeah.
No, it is.
Yeah.
Learn.
So what happened is one of the players told me about daytime and said, "Yo, those are easy cracks right there. That you waste your money at nighttime. Y'all struggling at night. You can take them."
Kids.
So we went like 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
Yep.
I heard one of our teammates moaning in the booth,
Yeah.
and I said his name, and I was like, "Bruh, I didn't know you be at the strip club, bro." What?
You can just tell. You can tell by the mound
Like, I was
what team it was.
Like I was like,
The it was a mound that let you know the indicator.
yeah.
Wait, what the hell?
Oh, that sounds like okay.
Not like that. Not like that. Not like that. Not like that. Like just the noises.
How you know you like that?
Just the grunts. Like it's the same.
You're making it worse. Right.
Yeah. The hell? What type of noise was he making on the court?
No, you know the post. Yeah,
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you know the post up grunt.
Everybody got Rubik's Cube.
No, the post up grunt. No, it was the same. It was the same grunts.
No.
Very the same.
But I knew, and I was like, yo, and then I'm like,
But you knew that moan.
I'm like, yo, this is.
I know that mound.
Like I got a different respect level of who you are as a man.
Oh,
Because
wow.
we didn't think you was a man. Like we didn't think you was a man.
That kind of a man.
Yeah, we didn't know you was that type of man. Like we was like faithful NBA players, nigga. You was one of them. Like
So you gave
I would have lost millions
So that
of
made you
dollars.
respectful of.
Wait a minute.
No, it just look at you
So
different.
I would have lost millions of dollars because I would have put all my money.
Because-
ain't no way this man was capable of anything like this.
But, because there's certain players, listen,
Okay.
you know, I'll let you, there's certain players you
Well, I
around.
just have
Go
so
ahead.
after you found that out,
Yes.
then he was able to have your phone number?
Yeah, it was cool. Like he was the alibi. He was the alibi. He was so good. He was the alibi.
He's the person.
Hey, I'm with you, right?
Yeah, he's that guy.
Hey, I'm with you. Like he was like that was that guy.
Anytime you say you with him, everything good.
Good.
You one of them. Yeah, you need.
Yeah, they know his
one of
wife.
them.
They know his wife ain't about that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm confused about how you knew the moan.
That's the one.
You know when a nigga.
There's a moan and there's a grunt.
That is
That's
the
two
most
totally
important part of the
different
story.
things.
He was.
Like, what is he doing on
We got one.
the court? Yeah, right?
We got one. He knew that one because that's how. Oh, we got one. Here it comes.
That's
oh yeah.
right?
Like wait,
Like,
hold
damn.
on. Wait, what? Wait.
I was like, oh,
Like you just don't like.
wow.
Like, wait, what are you doing in there, man?
No.
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 Cheryl, you know how you just you make noises. Like when you do certain things, you make noises. Like I had a team.
But the noises you make on the court when you play basketball.
I had a teammate who sounded like this and punching. He's in the middle of the fight, and that was his punch sound. He's winning the fight though, so he was winning the fight, but those was his sounds.
I need that fan.
Oh shit!
Yo.
You don't know what sounds you make when you doing certain things.
You should.
If I told him this is how you sounded during a fight, he would want to fight me because he will be thinking I was making this shit up.
Oh man.
So he in there.
Tell your friends about me.
Hold it.
Take
a nap on it.
Oh my God.
Fuck, man.
All right, well,
I don't even know how we got on this subject.
let's keep this thing moving.
By the moan.
No, by team. Teams.
Like what?
No, the teams. Like it was because we were saying these.
Damn.
This was a team that probably had everybody's phone
Well,
number.
what was the moan that you heard when you're
Please,
like, oh,
yeah.
that's so and so?
I was just like,
He on the.
yo, is that you?
That's what I'm saying.
You know, like you know, the motherfucker trying to little jumble. Now he probably know who I'm talking about. I definitely do.
Oh my God.
Motherfucker got weird noises when they're trying to make moves,
So
man.
you said one name and it was right.
No, I know who he is.
Like you didn't go.
Oh shit,
you didn't
man.
say like three
No.
names. You knew him.
Niggas sound stupid when they're trying to do something.
Man.
Oh my God.
This is
Yeah.
Motherfucker don't change that moment they getting their dicks up.
okay. And moving on. Moving on.
He still think he hooping.
Back-
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Hold it. Take a nap on it.
Yeah. Nigga, like we talk shit, like it don't change.
All right. That's
So you know,
that's crazy.
motherfuckers say stupid shit during the
Let's veer right on back to NBA Finals discussion here. But before we do, make sure you download the Underdog app. Use promo code GIL. Get them $1,000 of bonus cash plus a special pick'em. And if you can tell somebody by their moans, that means that you guys are good teammates. Thank you. Let's delete that from memory, ladies and gentlemen. Look right into the screen.
And they don't want the motherfuckers who don't go out never, and you can't get them to leave.
Yeah.
It's time to go, man. The sun up.
Let's talk about the Pacers side of things. Tyrese Haliburton hit the most important shot of game one, but only took 13 shots in that game. He had 14 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists in 39 minutes. Hallie followed that up with another underwhelming performance in game two. Just 5 points in the first 3 quarters before dropping 12 in the fourth quarter. He only took 13 shots in game two as well. Pacers are 7-1 this postseason when Hallie scores 20 or more points, 6-4 when he's under 20 points. So, but we know Hallie needs to be.
My partner sent me that. Watching the show.
Yeah.
The power of friendship, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. We got investigative journalists far and near that can figure it out. So we know Hallie needs to be more aggressive.
Somebody that's watching the show that don't. It's not. Listen, it's somebody that's watching the show that's not in the NBA, but that's just sent me the.
But could recognize that same month.
Or not just knew by what the description, everything that Gil named, just did a process of elimination.
Oh wow!
Right? Smart, very smart, knowledgeable NBA person that I'm speaking. But yes,
the power of friendship, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh shit, MG.
So we talked about Hallie 13 shots in both games 1 and 2, but we talked about the Pacers being a much better team, at least how the numbers suggest, when he scores 20 or more points. Does Hallie need to be more aggressive offensively to put the Pacers team in the best position to succeed?
There's the record says it. I mean, you said what in the postseason? 7-1?
7-1 when he scores 20 or more points this postseason.
And for the regular season, it's 25-3, 26-3 when he scores over 20 plus points. So, you know, that's how gifted he is. So that's why I said he doesn't do his team a justice when he's not trying to be offensively aggressive, right? And I think sometimes he probably overthinks how he get these guys involved when, as long as you're attacking the basket, everybody has to react. That's how good you are. So when they react, that's when you get easier passes. But if you're going around just playing hot potato, it hurts the team.
Yeah, and his team is not, they don't have a number one option, so he has to be aggressive early, especially in this series. OKC, they have a lot of great defenders, but when he's more aggressive early, it will open up a lot of open buckets and open shots for a lot of other guys. So I do think he's going to have to be way more aggressive and make that an emphasis.
Yes. The simple answer is yes. You got to use them dudes' aggression against him, right? He got to use Lou Dort aggression against him, right? Just in order to, so all of them for one, because they so hell-bent on stopping him. You got to figure out a way to get to the line. Not shooting any free throws in game 2 is unacceptable. Only having 5 points going into the fourth quarter is unacceptable.
They go as he goes.
And I guess, how do you balance being aggressive offensively but still making sure you're facilitating, keeping your teammates involved, or does it just reach a point where it's like, yo?
No, to Gil's point, right?
I'm the captain.
If you're putting pressure on the rim, they got to react to it, right? If he's getting 2 feet in the paint, they got to react to it. Then you still can be the facilitator that you need to be, but you being aggressive helps that. So people think when they hear be aggressive, that it's all about, I have to shoot it. No, being aggressive is you making the defense react to what you're doing in order to get your teammates in. Like, that's just what it is. And a lot of guys, to Gil's point, do their teammates a disservice because you're not aggressive when the ball is in your hand. You don't have to shoot it. Go try to make a play. You never know what's going to come of that. You might get all the way to the rim. You might get to the rim, they step up, you got the lob, you got this pass, you got that pass, and he's so capable of doing all those things. You got to get 2 feet in the paint.
Like, what's the name seems more consistently aggressive? TJ.
Yeah.
Like how TJ, like he's getting there, like, hey, I ain't got it, okay, let me pull it out, let me get back in. Like that, because what's happening is you're making the defense collapse.
Yeah, whether it's dribbling all the way out on the baseline, keep going, like it's just you making them react to something. You never know, you might get that corner 3, the guy might think you finna shoot a reverse layup, you come in, you got that pass, now they got to react, then you get a swing, top of the key 3. Shit like that.
Yeah. Shit, watch some Jake Kidd film.
Yeah.
It's just certain guys.
But that's what I said. But when he is offensively aggressive, the game is very different.
Right.
Like, it looks different. Like, you can tell he's taking over the game. Right? It's like right now, it's like he's letting everybody do things, then he comes in to save it.
Too late.
But when he's playing the full game, it looks like he's dominating it.
Yeah.
Right? It's just, you can, like, he's doing both.
So we will see if he can pick up his offensive aggressiveness in game 3.
No, but he proved. But the Knicks is the same way though. The Knicks throwing Josh Hart at him, Anunoby, the different defenders at him. It's the same thing. But you can go out and have 30, 15, and no turnovers in that series. You can go out and have 30, 15, and no turnovers in this series as well. Like it is that simple. Like, you got to be
most turnovers he done had.
Like, yeah, because they
stretch.
Yeah, like it's. But you can.
Number 1 defense in the league, but he is capable.
He's capable.
The series shifting back to Indiana for games 3 and 4. We'll see if Hallie can be more aggressive. Let's talk about something else going on in these NBA finals, something very concerning and troubling. So following game 1 of the finals, there were a bunch of complaints about how basic the court looked. Absolutely no indication of the magnitude of this championship series. The league said they removed the Larry O'Brien trophy from the court in 2014 due to player safety concerns, but they've had no problem rolling out the custom graphics-heavy courts for the in-season tournament. So NBA heard the criticism, responded by doing this to the court for game 2. Let's take a look. They put digital overlays of the championship trophy on the floor to start the game.
How long do they keep it at? 13 seconds?
I believe, like,
man, everybody that's
part
played
through the
in
first
NBA
quarter.
Finals, I need that logo on the floor.
Right?
It just makes it more official to me.
Yeah.
I don't think they should have that big ass logo they had before, but those two fine because people don't play basketball in those spots, right? Well,
what
a lot of people. Typically no, but shit, y'all know what I mean. Yeah.
That's tacky.
So their projected overlays onto the court, those lasted for a little bit before briefly switching to a finals logo overlay presented by
I think
YouTube
the finals
TV.
logo is dope. I don't like the trophy.
Yeah, the NBA finals.
Yeah, I think the NBA finals.
Yeah, that's classic.
Yeah, I think it should be that.
Yeah, I mean, this is
like that's a staple to be able to have that.
Because they used to have it on the baseline. They used to have it on.
it was somewhere.
But having it out there, I think right on by half court is
10 years from now, they throw this in Hardwood Classic. They're not even gonna know this was a finals game.
Right.
And that's why it looks like just a regular season
That's the
game.
bad part.
they need to find this logo on the floor.
So for the sake of comparison, here's what the Thunder court looked like for the NBA Cup this season. So
Yeah, and that one had a trophy.
I think they
like,
should
like
play
you know
on
what I'm saying?
that
Like,
it had
They
3
should play on
trophies.
those floors.
I believe it had 3 trophies on the court, one at half
Yeah.
court and then
That'd
the
be
free throw
dope,
line.
wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's nice.
Yo, that'd be dope if they played on those floors for the finals.
It seems like that would
That's dope.
that would be
You
a
put all this energy into the in-season tournament, which is more important?
Right.
games in
Finals or the
November,
in-season
December.
tournament, right? So
finals.
So
in
player
the
safety not an issue with these heavily graphic, elaborate courts. 3 trophies on the court.
Yeah.
yeah, that's,
And I feel like they should have the Larry Bryant, the Larry Bryant trophy in the middle. So I mean,
or how about make the paint the trophy?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
No, just make the paint because it's the shape of the fucking thing as is. Right?
But you guys agree that the
Yeah, that
NBA is lacking right now with their lack
Absolutely.
of finals
For an
representation.
in-season, that looked way better.
They should play on those for the finals. Yes.
You guys see
And
it?
they should wear them uniforms. So you should, those court and they wear special uniforms for the in-season tournament games as well.
Yes, they do.
So let's go back, like y'all doing all this advertising, spending all this money on jerseys and all for in-season tournament. Let's,
Do some New Jersey.
yeah, because like we want to wear, I know we made it to the finals, like I was hell bent, like we wearing them gray jerseys. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Like people, fans loved our gray jerseys when I was with the Nets. Like we wearing them. Like they were just white and blue now. Can you make some red ones? I was all over like his shit. Can y'all get these printed off in time? But yeah, you got to do certain things, man, to make you stand out, because it is the finals. So.
Yep. I mean, it's the biggest
Yeah,
moment in anybody.
Just looking at clips from.
Go ahead, Gil.
The same, they didn't do it last year either. So I was looking at Dallas versus Boston to see if it wasn't even there either. But I guess because this is such a
We need to.
because it's such a small market, we
Yeah.
we nitpicking.
Yeah, they dropping the ball.
Well, this has been a complaint for a while now. You know, put Larry O'Brien back on the court.
But the one they did have out there was ridiculous.
It was digital overlays.
No, I'm
Too
saying the
small.
one like I guess before
Yeah,
they had
that
the big
was
trophy
bad.
on the
Yeah,
floor as well.
you thought
right?
that was too much?
Yeah, I think just the finals logo, NBA finals logo, and the year, whatever it is, it's NBA finals 2025. Stamp that shit on the floor, and
Yeah, I think the problem is
what's wrong with that?
versus
It's real simple, Steve.
the old school where they didn't give a fuck. This school is like, oh, that sticker, I'm slipping on the sticker.
That's what I'm saying. Make it
Yeah,
simple, but
the
people not
NBA
playing basketball with because they used to put it right by where, down by the dunker in that area, like on the baseline. It should be down there, like.
Yeah.
But put it by half court, man. Like
That sticker meant everything.
Like there should be something that says this is different than normal.
because they give you the jersey
Yeah, the jersey, yeah.
finals joint, but most of the time you looking at guys' names on the back of their jersey when they playing, so you're not really. Oh, that's a finals logo.
But I guess it stands out because it's these two.
Years from now, and look up this game, it's not going.
Will this be on Hardwood Classics? Do we feel it?
I don't. It's not a classic.
Game
but
one, I think.
history.
Game one. Yeah.
Game one of the NBA Finals, 2024-2025 season would have to be
No, but there should be some stuff that just
specified. It's a lot of typing,
It's
right?
supposed to stand out. It's supposed to stand out like.
In season, do. In season, it stands out.
Because as a
It stood
player,
out the first season, definitely.
as a player, you don't notice it, right? Because it's just a hologram on it.
Yeah, you don't
don't see it.
You don't see it on the
Oh,
court.
okay. So
It just-
But it gets a little janky when dudes run over it or all that type of stuff. They obviously technology hasn't advanced, but you can get
or
over
put
the
it on
on the side. On the side.
on the side, red scores table where
Yeah,
you're coming
you
in.
check in at. That's
Put that
smart.
shit right there.
most
Oh,
of
Like I know it says where YouTube has their
half
shit.
court, right? At that one spot.
No, YouTube TV goes YouTube TV. Then there's this big space. Finals.
And then they used to have it on the little thing that the ticker thing on the front.
Yeah.
Fuck shit.
I guess they're waiting for somebody to pay for it.
break bread, as they say.
Who wants the finals?
All right, well, let's keep this thing
Word.
One last thing to cover. So Allen Iverson celebrated his 50th birthday this weekend, so we got a show. The answer, some love. Yeah, he gets some smoke. Our Bron smoke and our Bronny smoke together. So Iverson considered one of the most influential players in the history of basketball. During his career, AI was an MVP, 7-time All-NBA selection, 4-time scoring champ, 3-time steals leader, member of the 75th anniversary team. So what's AI's lasting legacy on the game?
All of that.
All of that.
What is it, the braids? No.
No, it's just what it is, man. To be you, for guys that came into the NBA with a personality, he let you know that you didn't have to deviate from that. To be you, unapologetically about it, whatever came with it, you accepted it, and you are beloved by the city you play in for that. And to go with how you play the game of basketball, it was a recipe for success and love from your peers, the fans. All of that, man. Now, Chuck is, people that don't know him, man, he's one of the best human beings I've been around. No matter what interaction might have been, I'm here to debunk that. Special person. So, 50 years is something special, man. To be around and still be the icon that he is, still loved and praised wherever he goes to this day. You did something right for a long time that touched a lot of people. So, shout out to Chuck, man.
And when you guys were teammates, did you have his phone number? It's an important question.
Great question, Josiah.
I was one of few.
Okay.
Great question.
Yes, I was one of few.
Did you feel like that moment when y'all exchanged
I
numbers?
had his number before we were teammates.
Oh, okay. See, I'm sure.
No, so this is when you become. This is when you
Become teammates.
Yeah. People that just now knowing me or been around me, I've always been me. I've came into this being me and didn't deviate. And those guys seem to gravitate towards one another, whether we play together or not. And just being off the floor, we gravitated towards one another in a lot of different ways. But then we became teammates. Battling against him when I was with the Nets and all that stuff was great, but you know what I'm saying, but just becoming teammates and you see how you go about it. The dude's special, man. Like he is Chuck special in a lot of ways, man.
I heard he used to take over Fridays. He could really take just local eateries, establishments, turn them into the nightclub.
Oh yeah, we turned Dave and Buster's into
Fire.
Yeah,
Fire.
we
Some good drinking.
He left Philly and came to Denver, and it went from Fridays to Dave and Buster's, man. So now we playing pool and shuffleboard and Dave and Buster's, and until they kicked us out every night.
So, Mr. B, AI, one of your favorite players.
Yeah.
From your perspective, what was AI's lasting legacy and contribution to the game?
Culture. The reason why I have these tattoos, the reason why I wanted braids, like Kenyon said, he's always stayed true to himself. To be that size and to be able to do what he did on the court for all those many years playing hurt and just sticking through it, he means everything to me. And then to see somebody that I looked up to, be able to get to 50 years old is always a blessing because you're still living, your legacy is still going, you're still doing things outside of basketball. That is the culture. Yeah. Like that is, when you say basketball, he's culture.
Well, AI also a big fan of Tough Crowd, which I'll let you know. I saw him All-Star Weekend. He asked me about my jacket.
Okay.
I was like, you just want this one? I give it to you. Yes. It won't fit, but you can have it. Because you asked. He said, what's up with that Tough Crowd? For sure, how about yourself? Like when you look at a player like Allen Iverson and how he was able to change the game on and off the court, there was a lot of negativity kind of surrounding that, it seemed like, from the square media. But the culture has always embraced and loved him. But what's AI's lasting legacy?
100%. I agree with Kenyon and Brandon. Everything he did on the court, we all know, we saw it, we loved it. But for me, it was bigger than that. It was for the culture. He was all about the culture, like him, love him, hate him, he was always, or he is who he is. We got inducted together in the Hall of Fame, and I remember his speech like it was. Like it was yesterday. Stop, whatever. I don't know, like he got up there and, we all had a certain amount of time to get through our speech. And when the light came on, he basically was like, fuck the light, I'm gonna keep going. And he thanked every rapper possible because that's just who he is.
That's important.
Right? Like he's always about the culture, and I just got so much love and respect for what he did for the game then and what he continues to do for the game and for the culture today. So happy belated.
And then Gilbert, how about yourself? Just AI's lasting legacy. Also, just what impact did he have on your game? Being a kind of scoring combo guard, breaking the mold of what a.
I mean, not the game itself, but just you didn't have to be polished to be a megastar.
Right? AI is a megastar in your opinion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Easy.
For someone, just inner city kids, just being black, having somebody with braids, tattoos, right? Unpolished from what we see, that when, we seen what, Michael Jordan was, what you're supposed to look like to get on that level. And then, AI comes. Yeah, and he really just went in there and just been himself and reached those same doors. It made it easier for everybody but behind him, right? I mean, you're just talking about iconic mogul. Like, going to All-Star games, just watching him move, like, Jesus Christ. Lord have mercy. Right? I mean, it was very different. It looked different.
No,
right? I mean, you have Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe, and then him, and it was different. In the same room, he felt bigger.
Yeah, I was about to say, so most people walk in, so I walk in the room, I'm 6'9". People look, like, oh, who the big motherfucker walk in, right? He's 6 foot, 6'1", and it's the same effect that when he walks in the room, everybody's gonna look because the energy is that. So
like I've seen, like, how you see both, like you see the Swoopes, like All-Star Weekend, you got Shaq over there, you got 50 Cent over there, and then AI come, and everybody's just like, oh shit.
That's Chuck.
Hey, Chuck. It's like all the girls,
Yeah, because you're more amazed.
Yeah, it was something that was
he's
just
only
different.
what? He's only that tall?
Right.
Like, God damn.
It was.
Was that humbling for you to see the work just literally gravitate towards AI away from you?
Huh? I lost my work to just regular ass NBA players.
Definitely.
My work wasn't AI wasn't looking at my work. Just regular ass millionaires took my work. The fuck?
Like, this nigga don't drink? God, he's a square.
Yeah, square ass
nigga. Oh, look at that gear like a square. This nigga don't drink.
Yeah, he come down there, give me 50 shots, all of it.
No. Hey,
Watch out.
Motherfucker sitting there and you motherfucking watch motherfucking 12 bottles of Don P come by that motherfucker. You like,
the people
off
like
me. They slapping Gil hand. Get your hand off of me.
Yeah.
Get your hand off of me.
Because you look at people different. Like if Kobe's in there, everybody's looking at Kobe like, oh shit, that's Kobe. AI walk in different. It was rock starish.
That's the Michael Jordan, man.
Yeah, it's right. Like it was rock starish. It was a different movement. Like Kobe's.
No. So I reference it when we were on the team together. Like it's like fucking being on the road with the Beatles.
Yes.
Like it's just what it is. Like it was like being on the fucking road with the Beatles, bro.
Like one is like okay, you're here, but he's here.
Yeah.
Like this is corporate America. This is corporate America. Like he's here. Like it's cool. Like I don't know why he's here.
Right, but he here.
Wow. God, and that's how that looked when you seen them both, and it was weird. Right? I mean, it was. One got a mall called after him, the Iverson Mall. Like it's different.
We started playing in the Big 3 thing, man. Listen, trust me. Looked up that motherfucking, hey, Didn't play one game. All up that bitch is 3 jerseys from Georgetown. Every stop, all star you looked up there was 3 jerseys everywhere.
Yeah.
He owns the number 3.
Yeah, hell.
And he hated anybody who had it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like in any sports, baseball, you always when you see the number 3, you think of AI.
Especially basketball. Our other sports, not so much, but basketball,
3, yeah.
that 3 is like seeing that 23 or 32. Yeah, it is
8 and 24.
8 and 24.
Yeah.
It is
8, 24, 23, 3.
Bill Russell 6. It's like, because you see
11 was Isaiah Thomas.
But not even that.
It's not, but it was ingrained.
I like
Just the Pistons jersey and that, but that 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like a 30. When you think 30, you're gonna only think 30.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. If I say
Yeah, that's just what it
Which is
31.
interesting.
Like 31 is Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller. I don't give a fuck who else come along.
Yeah.
All right.
But let's be real, 30 before Steph, nobody gave a fuck about 30.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
My
Like,
point is, he made that number cool.
But throughout history, it's going to be like.
When you see 30, you're gonna only think Steph.
For sure. But now that's when you're giving out jerseys in the youth league, they want 8, 24, 30.
Like football, 7. Who you thinking?
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick. There you go.
or 21, Deion.
Yeah, Deion.
Deion Sanders, 21 for sure.
Somebody said Elway. Yeah.
Not a chance.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Not a chance. Them real football people.
That's real football. You talking because you know
fame.
football.
Right.
You
Talking
say the world 7. You say 7. People who don't know football will say Michael Vick.
Like so you go around and ask the average person, name a famous football player that wore number 7.
Go ask the chat.
It's gonna be motherfucker. Ain't no, we got a young chat. They ain't finna say John Elway.
Then you know they're not gonna say John Elway.
John Elway went to Stanford and played in fucking Denver.
Wow, 96% of the chat has said John Elway.
He lying.
I'm fucking around.
Josiah's so full of shit.
John, who the hell is John Elway?
Yeah, that
is the chat's general response.
dead ass.
But let's shift it back to AI. So who today reminds you of Iverson's game? When you look around the league right now, what player or players do you look at and say they got a game similar to AI?
I'm gonna go SGA, and I'm gonna go Ja. You know, I know AI didn't have that jumping ability like Ja, but I would say those 2 right now.
SGA and Ja. Kenyon, how about yourself when you look around the league right now?
That's a good comps, both of them. Got long arms like both of them dudes. Yeah.
Yeah, John's
Flashy.
Yeah, John's oral. Yeah.
Flashy like Ja, but yeah, get it done, score like Shea. So yeah, them 2 good ones. I'll go with that one as well.
Like the effect on the culture, like AI.
Yeah. Especially those kids.
It's a different.
Yes.
Like it's
kids.
when he starts. If he starts
Kids.
winning,
Us, it was adults.
Yeah.
With Chuck, it was adults.
Yeah.
With Ja, it was fucking kids.
yeah. If
Would you say it's comparable? Obviously not at that level, but has the potential.
Not AI yet, not AI.
when if Ja starts winning, he gets to the finals. He does some
He
shit
won a
like
couple
that.
scores.
Get an MVP.
He got to win the score.
Yes,
Yeah, he's gonna have to get
for
up
sure.
there.
Okay, 'cause it feels like
got
scoring
one.
titles.
You got white and Dominican people in baseball throwing grenades.
I know black.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
and
we even had females.
What do you think about Ant-Man?
Yeah.
Like rock
Female,
AI.
See, and that's what I'm saying.
That's the shift, right? Ja got to get them on his side.
See, and that's what I'm saying.
You can't keep with these YNs. These YNs, listen, they
you
need some O-ends. Okay.
You said
these
it.
women.
Corporate America. Kobe was married,
Yeah.
so the women didn't chase him.
Bullshit.
Chuck is married.
Bullshit.
Women chased him.
No,
No, not in the club.
Not
No,
like that.
no.
Bullshit.
See the thing, Kobe was, this is the difference. Kobe wasn't accessible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was.
So there was, if there
They
was
chased
41,
it, he
if
just
there was,
wasn't accept-
no,
accessible.
yeah, but if there was 41 road games,
Sorry.
If you had them both in the
30 of
room,
them gonna be out.
what I'm saying is, if you had Kobe table over there and you had Chuck table over there,
Yeah.
them women gonna be over there.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gonna be right there. He gonna be bottled out.
It's the war, it's the swag.
There's a
Yeah.
swag. It's just how he
All
moves.
of
Chains, it's like, you know.
All
like,
of
Kobe, you probably won't see him in there. You be like, he's
All
in there.
the
And
time.
this motherfucker
Look
just-
up, he gone.
Yep, I say
They
Kobe
might
been in
announce,
for
you look
15
over that
minutes.
motherfucker, he gone.
Kobe in the building.
Well, but they also
One of those
just-
duck ones.
they were just different.
Yeah.
right?
Different superstars.
Well,
Yeah, different type of
as a
superstar.
female, you might look at Kobe and be like,
I don't have a chance.
I ain't got a chance.
Yeah.
and you look over there and you see Al and you like,
Yeah.
You know what?
I'm gonna go holler at that nigga.
He might go for this twerk.
They were just different.
Kobe gonna have you in the gym.
Okay.
Hey, come on, so what do you think about this? What do you think about this pick and roll? Come on, man. I'm trying to have a drink. Like, damn, you still on game 3, dog?
Hey, who needs this gun when I got you?
Yeah.
Who needs this gun when I got you to chase these rebounds?
Yeah, you're going to have to watch the game film first.
Yeah, like, hold on, what you talking about? Hold on, get 1,500 shots up first. See if you really down. Yeah, I ain't trying to practice.
If you really about this life.
Practice. Come on.
Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
That's why they ain't going over there. I got to get in that gym with Cole.
Yeah, that was funny. I like that. That was a good one. That was a good one.
And on that note, let us move to MostlyFans. Presented by our friends at Underdog. Download the Underdog app. Use promo code GILGUP to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a special pick'em. Y'all got me fucking up. All right. Our first question is from Underdog user Streef. Said, what player in the playoffs has surprised you the most in terms of their play, good or bad? Player in the playoffs that surprised you the most in terms of their play, either good or bad.
They're still playing or not playing? Period?
You just said playoffs, so we will.
I would say the inconsistency of Tyrese Haliburton play. But not disappointing, but just the inconsistency of it. To be
32 and 15 games, and then
yeah, to be in the finals, and he hasn't just been consistently dominant like team needed him to be.
Yeah, he said as much himself. He said he struggled in both first halves of the 2 finals games.
Yeah,
so
but
he knows he got to do better.
But we'll see. But
And I'm going to go with the
chat.
same person being clutch in the finals when it counted.
yeah,
So as an inconsistent he's been,
Yes.
being that great during the most important time of the game, because to be honest, that's where your greats perform. Those last 2 minutes of a game, those last seconds where they know how to slow the game down to be, and you have that gene in you. Right, so as inconsistent he is, the first 46, 47 minutes, he is damn near having one of the best runs in the last 1 minute.
facts.
I'm gonna go. That's been consistent playing. I'm gonna go TJ. I just feel like the way TJ's come off the bench for the Pacers, being able to keep the pace, and every time he's in the game, he's effective. So he's always getting in the lane. He's always doing his job. So I'm gonna go with TJ. I just like the way he's been playing. Like just for when he comes in the game and he does his job.
Ready to do it.
True.
Sure. How about yourself?
Did he say finals or playoffs?
He said, what player in the playoffs has surprised you the most in terms of their play, good or bad?
And that's why I asked the question I asked, whether he's still playing or not playing, because
I could be
I don't
wrong.
remember. Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah.
Good or bad? So
Well, I probably was disappointed in Edwards the last
Okay, that's fair.
round. I
That's not.
thought he would show up and be better.
All
That one, I
right.
like
No,
that.
that's a good
Yeah.
one.
that's fair.
No, that is. Yeah.
That's why I was
That's
like,
fair.
playoffs, that's who I go with.
Okay.
Finals.
Okay, what's going
Chin
on?
strap.
Aaron Neesmith. See how we do that here? I knew exactly what he was talking about. Aaron Neesmith. Yes. No mustache.
I mean, just to throw him out that like how he's been in the playoffs. Like usually, like someone will have a good game, and then you kind of don't like. He's shooting damn near 50% from the three
And guard.
in the playoffs. This year's playoffs, like.
And guarding, 94 feet.
If he was a free agent, this playoff run for him shooting 50%, being in big games, he would make a lot of money just only averaging 1 point more than he did during regular season. Just how it looks now.
All about the numbers, man.
Yep.
Yeah, Neesmith under contract The 27th season.
I seen Coco with OKC's coach.
Mark Dagnall.
Yeah, I'm not his name.
Yeah, Mark Dagnall.
Him.
Young
Was
Julius.
it disappointing, Steve? No. The biggest surprise?
No, but you didn't surprise.
He had not been good in the previous
Playoffs?
appearances.
Yeah, they performed very well.
Julius?
This
Well, he was hurt last year. The year before that, he wasn't good in the playoffs.
No, sir.
No. Steve would know.
I knew. Yes, the next one. Yeah.
Steve would know.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, Julius Randle, former Knick, brings us to our next question from underdog user JDK23. He wants to know, would Gil take on the Knicks coaching job, and what would you do to take them to the finals? Yeah, you put your name in the hat for the Wizards coaching job not too long ago. You had a resume typed up, references.
I ain't even had the right address. Shit. I sent that shit to my old house. That was the only thing I do down in D.C.
And then they returned to sender that.
Speaking of that, can y'all drop that shit off at the the Capitol? What I would do, let's say I don't get no big free agent, because I asked some players on there, like, who was Thibodeau in practice? Did he demand the same amount of energy in practice? And they said no. So I'm very surprised that, which will make sense. If I'm playing you 46 minutes, I shouldn't be practicing you that. I would trust my team more in regular season, some of those roles guys, and I would do a better job of developing them throughout the season. Like, you know, I mean, if you couldn't shoot at the beginning of the season, if I need you to be like, let's say OG, I would be working with OG all year long on his individual skills. Like, you know, foot placement, learning little moves here and there. It'd be just, I would be working with these guys individually throughout the season. So that's 6 months. 6 months of individual work. So at the end of the season, you're a lot better than you were at the beginning. Right there, it's weird to me. You couldn't dribble at the beginning of the season, and you're practicing every day, and your ass can't dribble at the end of the season. It seems weird. That's 6 months of fucking basketball. What else you been doing? Going through the motions, this team shit. We're going to practice, give Brunson the ball. We sit in the corner, catch and shoot threes. No, work on getting better during the season. That is, you can't, it is delusional in any job to think you can work half the year and be great at it. And when we're in sports, we think that we train in the summer developing our individual thing and then go in the season and then we don't use it and we just go back to playing our positionless stuff. No, whatever you was working on, work that's all year.
Yeah.
Right, it doesn't stop when you get in the season. Like, well, I ain't gonna be dribbling the ball no more. Right, I'm gonna just be in this corner. I'm gonna just shoot these corners, and then after practice every day, that's all you're doing, and you ain't doing what you was trying to perfect. Now you got to use the season to perfect it too. So I will be more like what our deficiencies are, what you work on the summer, so we can keep implementing them, so I can use you throughout the season. Like if you start the season off with 2 minutes a game. I know I'm a good coach if you can guarantee me 12. Like, I trust you for 12 minutes now. Then I did my job. If you playing 2 minutes and you stuck at 2 minutes, then I fucked up. Because one, I didn't put you in for me to trust you or give you enough confidence to really develop your play.
I like that guy.
We ain't gonna win shit, but I mean,
you were almost hired until that.
No, like me.
He was almost.
No, what I'm saying is my job. As a coach, I'm more of how many of y'all want to be max players, and whoever will raise your hand, that's who I'm gonna hold accountable to. We gonna work like max players. Hopefully, y'all all training like some max players will help the team. You know what I mean? If your ass don't raise your hand, then I'm gonna treat you just how you all-star, you're gonna be treated like all-star. Max, I'm gonna treat you like a Max. I'm gonna hold you accountable, Max. Max shows up at 3. Matt gets treatment. Matt don't go to the club in Miami at 11. Go to Wet Willie's. if you can't get no ass at Wet Willie's, then goddamn it, there's something wrong with you and your game. Goddamn it.
And
That's all I'm saying.
on that note, great place for us to finish up. Appreciate everybody in the chat as always. Appreciate everybody on this couch here. Great to have you back in the arena. Swoopes. I know. I was trying to see if the rest of the crew would do that, but we're gonna work on it. We'll workshop it. But this has been another episode of Gil's Arena presented by Underdog. Whoa. We will see y'all tomorrow.